I feel like it would be like how many bones are in existence, like what their intended use was.
I'm not saying it's not worth a shot.
How many bones are in the human body? The 300.
Half of them are in your hands and feet.
The more
like
information,
200 some odd, but you can get one more if you take me home tonight.
206.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, we have 206 to find.
Oh my god, the last episode of this campaign become a collect 'em all.
It's
13
just the
Nagpa.
Horcruxes, but it's 207
We're going on the
5 Horcruxes.
We're going on the Korok seed hunt. And then we go back to a temple that we already did, and then we find that we already pilfered it, and we're like, damn it!
Can't remember. You're supposed to be keeping track of the notes.
All right. Are you all ready to go, my lovelies?
Yeah, ready to go.
So ready to have a 20-minute conversation about what we just did, because we're going to do it anyway.
All right. Well, 3, 2, 1. We got our first sponsor. We're super excited about it. Our music and audio is now brought to you by dSCRYB. If you're looking for just the right ambiance for your spooky dungeon crawl, check out dSCRYB's catalog of sound and music. If you're really looking to scare your players, then you can even use dSCRYB's narration tools as they perfectly describe the dungeon that you're about to enter. You pass the threshold of the storied place and find yourself in the first chamber. A hallway rampant with junk. Any carvings, statues, gnarled sconces on the walls have been obscured by the considerable piles of old and broken equipment. Slashed leather, frayed ropes, dented helms, soiled bedrobes, discarded by adventurers past, perhaps dropped in favor of plunder found deeper within. A trail cuts through the dragon's hoard of debris to the door that will lead you further in. You glimpse a skeletal hand hanging out of one of the mound's fingers, extending spider-like toward the door as if eager for spoils that might be left within. And if that's not enough for you, you can have access to pre-made maps, soundscapes, and their Foundry module to fit exactly what you're looking for on the fly. If this sounds as cool to you as it does to us, because we're really going to be using this in the future, it's super awesome, then you can use code DUNDER to get a 30-day free trial. That's code DUNDER at checkout. Links below. Thanks for listening, and thank you, dSCRYB, for checking us out and sponsoring the show. Hello, and welcome back to Dungeons and Dunderheads. My name's Andrew. I'll be your DM for the evening, and I apologize for that in advance. We are all playing the Queen's Rooks. Is this game where a pitifully old man has become very, very upset that he did not get the promotion that he wanted, instead took it out on his coworkers.
He's actually kind of real for that.
Yeah, Leon actually kind of goated.
I think you're starting to sway me a little bit.
What is this if not just a government revolt? Like,
welcome back. These illustrious heroes will be acting as HR as they put him down and let him know he is quite fired.
Now you're really like, I don't want to be HR, man. You've
Can we
made me
be
the bad
like-
guy in my own story?
Can we be like girl boss HR, where all we do is like post TikToks?
Isn't that what HR does anyway?
Yes.
yeah.
Where we'll like just make like a what is it called? A sub tweet TikTok at Leon Endwin calling him bad.
Subreddit.
Yeah.
You certainly can. And with that, let's go ahead and talk to our office personnel. I'm going to drop this accent for now.
I was gonna say Portia.
I don't know how long I want to do that.
I was just not going to comment and let you keep on going on
Keep on keeping on,
as
brother.
an Irishman.
As an Irishman.
Suits
All right. Well, oh, damn it, drop back into it already.
Just wasn't braced and prepped.
Wait, what happened?
No,
Don't worry about it.
don't you worry.
Don't you worry about it. Could we maybe close those blinds?
Did he come and peek?
Please.
No.
I'm nervous to go over there because I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Don't. Oh my god, that was a lot. That was a lot.
He's just living his own life in his house.
Hey, man.
I have no judgment. It just
He's going into his hot tub. That's what he's doing.
at least he went around that way.
Yeah.
Oh, the
I
hot
just-
tub. I
Oh, he had shorts on.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It doesn't change what I. We could have had him up a little higher.
Well, I feel like I need to take this part out now, but I won't. For those of you that don't know, we rent out the rec room at my in-laws' house, and my grandfather-in-law has a hot tub right there, and
sometimes you see something.
I might just go join him,
and
actually.
and you know what? The weather calls for it now.
Guys, we can fucking stream pools and hot tubs now. Yeah, wait a minute. Okay.
Hot tub
The
stream.
bare necessities.
The simple bare necessities.
Forget about your worries and your strife.
Barb says she misses that so much. She misses our singing.
All right, gotta lock back in. Lock back in.
Lock the fuck in.
Born to dilly dally, forced to lock in.
It's still one of my favorite quotes.
You mentioned the word dilly, and I went to Dairy Queen recently, and I looked at their dilly bars. Has anybody here had a dilly bar before from Dairy Queen?
Yes.
No.
They're now a quarter of the same size
That's fucked.
and the same price.
I don't know what a dilly bar is.
That checks out though.
It's like the little round, it's an ice cream bar. Yeah. Well, so much for locking in.
Dilly dally, first lock.
All right, lock in. We're good. Going around the table, introducing their characters are starting with Colby.
Dance. Sam.
Sad.
Give me some names. You fucking Neanderthals. Come on.
I was planning on going Kex, sad, but then he just said one word. I'm like, well, I gotta cut one of the two things, and obviously it has to be the name.
Sail the sailor lad. Bard warlock.
Thank you.
Kex the sailor sad. Rogue warlock.
Germ.
You want to be a warlock?
It's not too late.
I will send you both to the afterlife so you can make another deal and come back as a double warlock.
I've done nothing wrong and have yet to go to the
I'm
afterlife.
Jeremy, who is playing Styx Rottenwing, the grave cleric who is just so close to getting some even juicier spells. But he does have a juicy blade and some juicy tenders. Alyssa.
That he whiffed with.
Oh, it was a kicked off. Okay. Hi,
AC-20.
I'm Lizzie. I'm playing Alyssa, who is a Tabaxi artificing rune knight, who has now saved Styx twice.
Yeah.
Lizzie, to both of you actually, just on this side of the table, I feel like I must commend
If you want to
you
commend
guys
me, you
fucking
can,
locking in.
if you want to commend me, you can give me heroic inspiration because it's been a bit.
I just recently gave you some.
No, you gave it to Jeremy.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'll think about it. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it after this next part.
I personally, I feel like I should have lost one when I threw a corpse at another.
Yeah, for kill stealing.
Oh my god.
You did kind of clean sweep like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just got new toys and I wanted to use them.
With that, this is normally where I would go into a lengthy description on what we did last time, but if you can tell, we're in a bit of a mood, and so am I. So, with that, who would like to describe what happened last session?
Ooh.
Colby had his hand up first. I must ask, are you going to be a good boy?
No.
Jeremy, you should go.
Last time on the Broken Wings, we decided, after speaking with Arnold Apernacki about, hey, everything you know is kind of fucked, and your daughter's dead, and we saw it. We decided to go back to the very place where me and Kex almost died, to die again, or almost, as we walked up to...
Not so cool when it happens to you, huh?
Having fun.
Fucking right. Yeah,
Hold on, somebody
as we walk up
at max volume.
As we walked up to the Ebon Feather, meeting Portia, Styx tried to intervene to get a little bit more help to cleanse this temple, which has changed so much just in the few days since we last saw it. Immediately being met with an apparition behind him at the gate with soul flame blue eyes, taunting him, asking him, or telling him that his god has no control here. Styx defiantly walks up to him and says, your god has only been able to take hold of places with, less of a hold. I know how to do words.
It's hard, isn't it?
But as he turns away, initiative starts. Immediately, everybody getting fucking swamped as our gracious DM asked if we wanted to take average die or if we wanted to take rolls.
This is the first combat encounter I haven't taken damage in a long time.
With the average being of what we took, probably about 55, the low end being 33 and the high end being 100.
105. Put some respect on it.
No, fuck you.
This is my intro. I do what I want.
Alyssa going, trying to hit him, and us realizing that, man, this guy is really fucking tough. Styx deciding to pull a card, somehow getting Kalimvor again. The fucking unnamed god deciding, yeah, you don't get to freeze time for me. This is my home. Respect. And then
No respect, not for that bastard.
Kalimvor giving Death Ward to Kex begrudgingly, and Styx telling everybody this can only be done by not fighting this apparition, but going and dealing with the source. So as everybody shifts their attention, minus Daniel, Portia, and Alyssa, and Bastion, going into the temple, going back to the catacombs to hopefully destroy whatever this is. Couple good hits on the unnamed god avatar, but not doing enough to where, unbeknownst to the heroes outside, the heroes inside found a bone and they started to touch it.
And I touched it.
You said you were supposed to be a good boy.
He touched it so good that it just went.
I mean,
I
got rid
I
of
know
that
what I'm
bone.
doing with the bone in my hands.
you got done with that bone real quick.
When the bone goes poof,
It
know
hit
you've
you.
done good.
The bone
Knick-knack,
hit you with a
paddywhack,
real
give Sailor
strong
bone.
word,
It did.
real fast. But
I'm glad nobody else paid attention to
fortunately,
that.
your
Said knick knack
constitution-
paddywhack give Sayla a bone.
Yeah, I picked the bone up. It called me a slur, and I broke it.
He called you a puddle.
Oh,
What are you doing around here? You ain't nothing but a.
I'm an ocean.
That is where we left off. Also, we did a bunch of war planning, kind of, but there's a long time to go and not enough time to do it.
Tomato, tomato.
With that being said, you guys, we come back to this. If I could, please have you guys put a dice in the box.
Oh, perfect. We used 2 last time.
Which one did you roll? Because yours was a good one.
I didn't roll one at all. I just spent
Sent
it.
it.
Oh, yeah. Which one was that?
Get
It
the
was,
green.
dude, you're talking to the colorblind guy. Which one was it?
Why are you the way you were?
He was born that way? What the fuck do you mean?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Hey, have you tried not being colorblind, Sam?
This guy was blocking this dice from you.
That wasn't the one.
It was right here.
That was the one that he said.
Colby said Colby said this one. You grabbed the right one that I used.
Yeah.
Colby said grab the green one, and you very much did not grab the green one.
Because
Even
he's
I
been...
can see you didn't grab the
Yeah,
green
because he's
one.
been naughty.
Even I can see.
Oh, my
Right?
fucking God. Now I'm in a
Can
mood.
you
What did I
see
do?
into my eyes?
How have I been naughty?
Open
With that,
doors.
How would you describe that?
Kex,
That's me.
you can go ahead and go up 1 stage win your piety as you've assisted cleansing the temple that you are in charge of.
Okay.
That's true.
Are you maxed
This
out
is
yet?
yours.
That does max me out, I think.
Are you a champion of the Raven Queen?
I don't
Whatever
know.
it's
I don't
called?
think I'm a champion, but I think I have the highest. The other thing.
Second to highest.
Second highest.
Yeah. I believe it's votary.
I'm
I just
finding it.
realized that my piety is to myself, which
I got it.
Let's see.
Like, I'm
The
so
Raven
far up my
Queen.
own
No,
ass.
disciple.
The
next one.
Second highest. My bad.
Yep.
You could legitimately at this point, by the way. That's how you'll start taking sorcery levels.
So
yeah, I definitely could have.
when an undead is about to attack you, it must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a different target or automatically misses you. On a successful save, the creature is immune to this trait for 24 hours.
I think that's what mine does too.
That's what I
It's
got.
almost like your god is the same, like the parent of the other god.
Hey, now, our God is an awesome God. He reigns.
Stop!
Heaven above.
Hey, now, you're an all-star. Get your game
on. Go play.
Death God is the best God.
Hey, now,
First thing-
this is what dreams are made of.
First thing that Styx is gonna do when this apparition fades is he's gonna go up and like gather Bastion and Daniel in a hug.
Then they just. All right. We did it. I think we did it.
Yeah.
We did.
Is there any corpse to loot?
There's not.
Is there any things to loot from the ground?
There is not.
Dirt.
Is the like everything gone? Like all the stars and all the spooky things?
Yeah. As the apparition fades, the looming darkness overhead starts to fade as well. You guys can hear the as the gates open on themselves, the doors reopen, and the pervading sense of dread also lifts.
Follow-up question. So, are all the sigils on the temple back to normal?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something about that. Okay. We're outside. I want to gather everybody. Start going inside. Also checking inside if anything has come. Has it like reverted a little bit back to like when me and Keck saw it, or is it still the same as it just was right now?
Give me a religion check if you could.
22. It really wanted to be.
Can I drop concentration on haste and then pickpocket Styx while he's stunned?
Styx, you're just about to like you've come to this recollection and then just,
1, 2, 3, 4,
Sword.
5. 6. Oh, 6 is free again.
what'd you get for your religion check?
22.
22. You understand that these changes are physical and they've been made in the like real space. That being said, the thing that caused it has gone. Meaning, if you were to try and change it back or take down these symbols now, they would stay gone.
Okay. Physical changes are done. The thing that is doing it is no longer here. So, I guess we'll leave that to the new Ebon Feather Keeper.
Well, there is something that I broke last time, and maybe if I mend it, it'll go back to normal. And I'm gonna try to go mend the stained glass window that I shattered last time I was here.
It'll take you some time, like recollecting all the stuff to do it, but you could.
Does it go back to the Unnamed God version, or does it go back to the Ebon Feather one?
What is your intent? What do you think is fixed?
I think fixed is the like Raven Queen one.
Then it would go back to the Raven Queen.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell down into the catacombs. Thank fucking California.
I think all of us are just kind of like taking a fucking second. Kex is gonna like slump against the wall and fucking slit down. He's gonna look up at the vestige of the Raven Queen before she fades away. Just kind of put a hand on her cheek and let her lean into it just a little bit and let it fade away.
I'll take the dust up to my face and I'll look at it real close.
I think all of us were thinking the exact same thing.
I'd pay money to see that look on your face again.
Hey, can you share a bump of Bane with everybody?
The second you said dust, I thought you were gonna do that, and then when you did it first, I was like,
For a second, I thought that was just legitimately Sam clearing his nose. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, that was intentional.
I think Bane is a badass name for some gnarly street
It
drug.
would, I tried to spare you of going like in your hand, because I wouldn't stick a body part in front of somebody's face.
Yeah, you just sneeze on top of their can instead and leave it there.
Sneeze on your food and shit. Yeah.
Or put your feet.
Children.
There's a little bit of venom behind a couple of those.
Oh yeah, 100%.
How
You
far?
You have a handful of dust, powder.
Didn't even need a god, did I? I'll just pour it out on the ground.
I'm gonna go check on Arnold. And, well, you all right?
Well, I I appreciate the field trip.
Time to go.
Your church sucks.
Hey,
It just.
it got vandalized.
He says it jokingly. He's not being serious.
I am sorry that you had to be a part of that, but now you understand the gravity of everything, I think, a little bit better.
He's already pulling his journal back out and he's writing into it. It's just like, yes, I quite do. Thank you. You said that you could send me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I need to find a water source.
We'll have to go talk to Water
Wonderful.
in a minute.
And do you know the name of the river next to your home?
It's the River Ilios.
Oh,
Original.
I love that. Okay. Well, I'll talk to my sibling here in a little bit then.
Arnold, I don't know, per se, the exact relationship that your God has towards mine. But being that you were here during this and you have witnessed what happened and you are part of the reason that it has been cleansed, I would appreciate a blessing for the temple on your way out.
You see, he's wrestling with something.
I understand if it is impolite to ask.
It is. I was going to do it regardless. But it is something of an imposition from one clergyman to another. I will do it.
First time I've ever been called that.
You have much you need to learn.
I have need of a teacher at some point then.
But I can already tell your heart is in the right place. And I wish I could say the same for my own convent down the road.
Understood.
Thank you. I will see about getting this to the proper people, and I will say a prayer on your behalf.
It's appreciated. You've done more than you were needed to.
No, I quite disagree. I think this is much needed to do.
Fair. I'll start escorting Sail and Arnold out when they got their bearings straight.
I spent most of that conversation cleaning the room. I am looking for things that I can fix about the temple with animate objects for like symbology or like statues that have been contorted and twisted into what they shouldn't be and rearranging stuff into what I remember it should be or feel like it should be closer to.
Sure. That is 100% something you can do. You see a lot of these depictions of like saints, not always just the Raven Queen, right? But of people that are like important to the clergy, things like that. Their faces have been like warped into like vile sneers. Their hands have been twisted into these like, again, these claws over and over and over again is these claws.
I'm just saying I need to say something afterwards.
And you having seen the unnamed God, you realize and understand those are his hands. And looking further in, you realize a lot of these are mainly made of stone, but when you see portraits and things like that, you realize the skin on some of these people have become ashen. They become almost desiccated, black veins apparent, and the like. So taking a moment using animate objects and telling them to like right their hands instead of these claws, almost like they're like reaching out to grab something, they become fluid once more for a brief moment before they go back down to their sides.
Is Ray's body still there?
It is.
I would like to bury him in one of the head clergy's tombs. He deserves that.
Maybe Styx could say something over him before he goes.
Yeah. I'll just kind of
Your Styx stumbling down the stairs.
I'll just kind of start doing it, and I think Styx will pretty easily be able to see what I'm doing.
Oh, wait, watch this. As Styx comes around the corner, one of the statues that I'm like pushing back into regular space will jump out at him.
I'm gonna swing at it with the executioner.
Gotcha. Little like I'll mending it back together and then have it reassume the position.
That was funny, Sayo, but that was also really rude.
I'm walking up to Sayo with with the sword in hand.
All right, guys, come on. We needed a bit of levity. I feel like. Is that with the sword?
I point at you.
I was giving the cat with a knife pointed at it. Where he's like,
I do like this towards your hair, and I cut a little thing of hair off.
You realize that is Sayu?
you just cut my actual hair.
I can fix it. I'm gonna.
Hey.
Gonna make a voodoo doll of you later.
Is that actually concerning that he has a lot? Actually, I know the answer to that for certain. Give me
What
that.
spells can I spell?
Give me that back
my
now,
pocket.
sir.
I have the sword. I'm gonna go and see. I'm gonna walk past Sayil asking me for his hair back. I don't give it to him. I go up to
I'm about to turn
Kex.
into a monkey Sticks. Give me that
He's
gun.
trying to do a ceremony, and I'm gonna try and flavor my ceremony.
The
to where it
vanilla
looks
girl
like
is about to come out. I
his-
swear to God.
I'm gonna make the ceremony look like his magic, the psionic green, so that it looks like he's doing it.
Emerald green with a gold tint.
A beautiful moment. Sayu in the background going like, come on, give it to me. And you're just ignoring. He's like,
Sayil is a bitch.
That's it. I am actually gonna cast slow on Sticks. If you'd like to make a save against it, you can. Otherwise, I'm gonna walk up to you and pull my hair out of your
Is it?
pocket. It's 22 is
Oh,
no.
Oh. She's like, use a dice from the box.
no.
Daniel's not here. No. No.
Daniel is here.
what do I
He's
get?
within. Is he?
You would have come down with him, yeah.
Oh, you beat the save. You fuck.
Ah, Daniel, you are the best.
He doesn't even know what he did.
All right.
I'm gonna give you back half of the hair.
Sticks, give it back. Sail, stop pulling pranks on Sticks.
I didn't do. Oh,
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry you have to see this side of us.
Time and a
Mackie.
place.
We're not always
Sail.
serious.
Time and a place. Saffron would be disappointed in you with that prank.
No, I think she would think it was funny.
Time and a place,
How
Sail.
long does mending take?
6 seconds per, I think, 5 foot square.
How big was the stained glass?
One.
It's about,
10 feet.
yeah, at least 10 foot in
Like
diameter.
12 seconds.
But it's also like you have to. No, I think mending is 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just
1
asking
minute.
if I can reconvene with him, or if
Oh,
this
yeah,
is-
you can.
Okay.
You're fine.
It's 1 square foot per minute with mending.
So you can technically repair an entire castle with it. It would just take you for fucking ever.
It would take you as long as it would to build a castle.
It would take less time. It would take less time. But you also have to make sure you have all the original pieces of the broken castle.
Slave labor exists.
I'm gonna
Stop.
Okay.
You have a tiny servant.
make sure that we
A slave labor.
tuck
No, it's magic. It's fine.
tuck Ray
He's not
into
right in the
his new sarcophagus and close it, and then I'm gonna etch in with my Raven Queen dagger his name into the stone.
What's his last name?
I don't know, Andrew.
Of
No, I'm
sunlight.
asking you to decide.
Of sunlight.
Ray.
Van. Ray Van.
Sandwichian.
You guys aren't helping.
Yes, I am.
Ray Enduin.
Copernicus.
Trying to think of like a
Ray.
bird
Vogel.
feather.
Ray Feather.
I'm gonna be like, you gotta be making that up.
Would oh.
I mean,
There's no way.
your name's Rotten Wing.
It's a surname.
Yeah, that's his surname.
I didn't want to bring it up, but Rotten Wing didn't.
Yeah.
Are we really now getting into this?
How did that name originate? Well, we know how I got my name, but like, how did you?
Like you can't just have a first name like me.
Yeah.
We went to a floating fucking rock with Keppel pebbles and cog whistles.
That's their culture.
You guys are talking shit on
I
Rotten.
don't say anything about your name. Why are you looking at me?
You're getting very defensive. I'm just asking.
You're the one that got in. We're insulted about. Oh, is that actually his last name? And then they call you out for yours. And you're looking at me like I'm the problem.
What spell slots do I have?
Oh my god! I will still counterspell the bullshit you're gonna do. Calm.
This was the fucking funniest things I've ever heard.
We just convinced Abernathy we knew what we were doing, and now he's watching us do this.
If we want to talk about names, why don't we know either of your real names?
I
I know both of their names.
What are you talking about?
Actually, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't. What's my last name?
Same as your dad's.
Okay.
You've known my real name for the past several months. What are you talking about?
Trent Brenton.
Brenton. Trenton. I think I might be
Mr.
misremembering.
Abernathy, it's been lovely having you.
I wish to believe that level of laughing is him.
Yeah.
Because he's just finally broken, got like some sense of levity.
He met us. We were like dead serious, and now we're in the catacombs.
Jeremy, just go home. Just go home.
I'm catacombing.
Just go. This is so. Just to preface, we just had a really heavy session, very stressful. This is just kind of what happens afterwards. Usually, we have a whole week's worth of break for this to happen.
I hate this.
But this is. Yeah, this is. Wow. This is how we deal with trauma, folks.
Dix is gonna walk out. I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna walk around the corner, and you just hear my little fists punching the walls.
Just ashes, dust, ashes.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Daniel and Baxter are both going to be like, oh, you're going to get a boxer's fracture if you keep doing that. It's not how you throw a punch.
Sticks catacomb, and he went.
I will push everybody out of this crypt. and close the door.
Anyway, Abernathy, that's why we have gallows humor. It's the only way to get through it.
He's legitimately crying a little bit from laughing. He's like, I can't believe. It was like, oh,
This is
I
how
can't
we've made it
believe-
this long.
cannot believe that this is the group fighting undead abomination.
How do you think we stayed sane?
And oh my,
We didn't.
that's the problem.
Extreme times call for extreme.
You saw my memories. You knew how long ago I lost that.
Well, I see why my daughter picked you.
Around the corner, you hear Sticks.
I'm fucking normal. You're all the problem.
No, Rotwing was my father's name.
I'm not bringing him back.
Sayo takes true resurrection at 9th level just to resurrect your dad.
You see Daniel and Bastion have both taken one fist and they're just wrapping it. And they're just like, well, if we're going to start throwing punches, you know, we should probably get this done correctly. They just start doing like a boxer's wrap around your hand.
I'm laying on the ground like,
At some point, I will go and look through all the stuff that I planned on looking through the last time I was here in this temple, but then we heard crypt, evil statue, and beelined it.
At some point, I would like to see if I can identify the dust.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. I wasn't sure if he was ahead of me.
Well, quite frankly, there's not a ton to look for here. What exactly are you
Well, I
trying
was
to get to?
gonna go through like Shadow Dusk's quarters and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Is
journals, iconography of the Raven Queen,
oh, there's a ton of iconography
Well,
in the Raven
something-
Queen. If
something-
you're looking for like old, used, like reliquaries, that kind of
something
stuff.
personal I can take with me, and something that I can replace the statue that I got all with.
Yeah, that is 100% doable. You'd find a wrought iron feather that is, or rather a wrought iron quill
Okay,
that is a spellcasting focus.
take it. And then what? As far as what can I find to replace the statue-ish thing? You all right? Cheekbones hurt a little bit.
Oh, dude, my cheeks hurt from laughing and smiling so much.
Good.
As far as just things to replace, there's plenty of iconography and statues and things around here.
I would like to replace it with whatever makes the Raven Queen look the most resolute.
That is done. You you find a bust of the Raven Queen, and it is one of the few times that you actually see a bit of magic through here. I've shown you before in like the stained glass imagery and stuff like that she always has like these 3 ravens around here. But even in this bust, you see there are 3 ravens floating above her shoulders. When you move the bust, they move with. They're connected as a contiguous piece.
I still have the giggles.
Yeah, you're good.
I will place that back where the other one was, and then I will try and say a little bit of a prayer and a good parting word for this place.
Beautiful. All right. As you're doing that, Alyssa, you take a moment and you identify. It literally comes up as bones of.
oh, they're crunchy.
Is there anything I can do to try to identify that further? With like, can I like hone in on the like arcana, on the ritual? Is there anything, or is that
You can pitch me something.
trade offer? One flash of genius.
Not enough.
Okay. 2 flash of geniuses?
Not enough.
Okay. What if I ask somebody for dispel magic on the bone to try to remove whatever is
It has already been dispelled.
okay? Then I have nothing.
I can guiding bolt it.
Yeah. It is. You get the idea that there was supposed to be a title right after this. Bones of something. Someone. And the name is gone.
Well, it has to be the unnamed god because we know that they wiped any trace of it. But I was wondering if there was more about like what it would have done.
Unfortunately, magic has been dispelled, so it wouldn't be able to tell you.
Okay.
Did try to whisper sweet nothings into Saeel's ear to make him go bye-bye.
Called me a slur.
Raindrop.
Can I roll Arcana to see what like I would have placed on this, or like a powerful wizard would have placed on this?
It's one of those things like you're literally dealing with a pile of dust right now, right?
Yeah.
You understand that there were some magical effects and everything going on. They've been explained to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Guidance on myself first. That is 8 plus 10, 18. And I will flash a genius for 23.
23. You stop and think about it. It was described to you almost like it was the same type of wrought iron, black sticking iron, though it was definitely a bone. When Saeel picked it up, it did not feel like it was made of metal. It felt brittle, almost like it had been burnt out. And you stop and you think about it, and it's like, well, the Cabal in the Endwin, maybe not the Endwin Empire, but Endwin as like the
name.
The Force has been using. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Well, tickle in my throat. I apologize. They've been using essentially sympathetic magics, and that's what you have done. You've picked up on that, and you've started replicating some of the things that they do, which is you are using like anchors. And those anchors, when pressed into something, allows those properties to jump distance, right? And start influencing something else. That's the whole point behind the anchors.
Right.
What would be more sympathetic than a piece of a god's bone?
Follow-up question. If this is just a piece of the bone, if I were like, basically in that same position where like I now have the corpse of what is a god, and I wanted to, why would I disperse these bones in like various locations? I guess because like there's the sympathetic magics, right? But is it possible that when he died, it was purposely scattered across like different temples to make it so that nobody had the entirety of the corpse?
That might be a bit of a leap and jump. That is something you can definitely speculate on. I don't think an Arcana check is going to answer that.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Though, I will ask you a question in turn as you're stopping and you're thinking about like a corpse. Why would they have to be dead? They're a god.
What did the bone look like?
He just explained it to you.
No. Which bone was it?
Oh,
A minor illusion.
yeah, I can describe it.
It was a femur.
Oh.
That's what I had picture in my head.
Well, it's possible that he regrew it and they just took it off of him.
That checks out.
So theoretically, they could just print these anywhere they wanted.
It probably doesn't feel that good, even if he is a god. It might take some sort of cost.
I would say maybe put it akin to something like what we've been doing with the turtles. When we take from them, it's part of them. We can take, but it takes a long time to be able to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
So this might be, I wouldn't say a finite resource, but a taxing resource.
What do you think would happen if I tried mending on this?
I don't
No.
think it would work.
No, don't do that.
But yeah, don't.
No.
You guys want to almost die by the hand of the unnamed god? You want to do it again?
It wouldn't have any of the magic in it. Because I got dispelled.
It might.
It might. We don't know. That.
Just having the form back.
Being whole might be what gives it magical power.
Well, I was thinking that if they're using sympathetic magics, why couldn't we do the same thing and hurt him through the bone?
I like the idea. I'm worried that using something that caused that to pop out will make it pop out again. So if we could get something that doesn't come with that risk.
I don't know.
So, when me and Kex first encountered it, we brought the corporeal form.
When we first encountered it, we didn't see a bone.
We saw, well,
Yes.
but what I was saying is like when we encountered it, we brought it with us, the form,
Yeah.
kind of like we were fighting outside. It burned to ash. We got back, and it's still here. So that is the thing that is tying it to this temple and probably to this.
Okay. We don't have to do anything with it. I'm just offering specifically to you, Styx, who enjoys bones. I can bend this for you or try to, and then you might have something that's really powerful as a component, and it might be super effective against him in a fight. If you don't want that heat, I understand, but it's something that crossed my mind, and I would be remiss if I didn't at least explore the opportunity with you.
Compromise. Let's bag up the dust and put it in McGuire.
Yeah, sure. Why did he suck it up through his mouth, amateur?
I think we need to get Arnold.
I'm not gonna discuss that.
We need to get Arnold home.
Okay, yeah, let's get out of here for now. Do you have the key? Can you lock this place up?
No.
I'd like to do a sweep before we go.
I can find the key.
I was about to say, for the sake of brevity, and because it's not like Ray was going to try and keep it from you, it's on his person. He was going to give it to you at some point in time.
You opened backwards.
Yeah, hold on. wait a minute, guys. I forgot something. Thanks.
Styx is gonna be like, isn't that desecrating a corpse?
He just
You
goes,
open the drawer. You open the drawer, and then you see blue eyes looking.
Reset!
Ray,
Groundhog Day, baby! And he's coming to kill!
Playing shift to the plane of fire.
This time, can we just go to the astral sea and just die?
I mean, I'm taking requests.
Well,
I'm taking requests.
if you guys wouldn't mind, I would like to spend at least a little bit scanning this place for any
I'll go
more
through.
treachery shit.
Yeah, I think that we should
I'll go through with the Raven Queen's detect magic
spend like 15, 20 minutes.
and just go through the crypts and stuff.
I'll have my links look around.
I cast True Seeing.
Okay. You cast True Seeing and you begin to look around. You see, looming in one of the corners, a shadowy figure. As True Seeing pops off and looks at you, they look directly back. Almost a Cheshire grin. As they...
Before I can do anything,
What would you like to do?
is them leaving a spell, or simply a thing they're doing?
It is a spell.
I will counterspell.
Abjuration magics do not work currently.
So we see you try to do something and nothing happens.
Wait.
Sayo? What?
Counterspell is an abjuration spell, yeah.
Does that include my cons?
Only one way to find out.
Sayo? What was that?
Somebody was watching us.
Ooh.
Was it the?
I will disguise self to be a shadowy blob, I assume.
Wow, very descriptive.
Does my my link should have been barking.
Should have been.
Didn't.
It wasn't on the ethereal.
So,
It doesn't need to be on the serial.
it does not need to be on the zero. You are correct. So, above table, there are different spells that will interact with your links.
Okay.
they're smart enough to employ those spells. I'm not going to tell you which ones, but they would be smart enough to employ it.
Once they figure it out, they'll be like, oh, nope, not.
I know what it is. I'm assuming it's probably non-detection.
There are spells that can make it so.
You just can't be perceived by any kind of magical ability.
Yep.
But that would include true sight, right?
Not necessarily.
It just gives him the ability to see into the ethereal. And the passive perception of Sail was just enough to see this being.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so we always have somebody watching us.
Probably. Yeah, Our Lady
Heck's
of.
tired?
Yeah, that was probably Our Lady of Shadow.
You haven't been getting hit a lot. It's awesome. I'm sorry,
You
maybe I
don't-
regressed into the jokes a little bit, but
You don't say.
no,
So-
it's very good, and I'm really glad that Kellamvor also not gonna. Kellamvor was kind of upset that I asked to
Yeah,
give
it
it to
doesn't
you.
feel great.
As a point of order, I looked up. So true seeing gives me the condition true sight, which is its own like blind sight kind of thing. I can see normal magical darkness, invisible creatures and objects, detect visual illusions and succeed on saving throws against them automatically, and perceives the original form of a shape changer or creature that is transformed by magic. Do I get any sort of a hint of who the Lady of Shadows is through the veil?
You would. That's actually a great point. Looking through the veil, you see this beautiful young woman. She's wearing what appears to be white gowns, her hair down, this like dark brunette, almost black, as it comes down shoulder length, and she just looks so sad as her veins spiderweb across. There's this black. It looks very similar to Eldeconan, though it is distinctly not. This woman has a bit more of like a hawkish nose and a little bit more prominent features, like around the cheekbones and such. But you could say they're cousins. They definitely could be.
So you get a good look at him, Sail?
And I will disguise self as that person.
Arnold?
Would anybody know?
You know who this is?
Recognize this person.
It's very familiar to Eldeconan's mother before she passed.
Did Eldeconan have a sister?
Or daughter?
No.
Did her mother have a sister?
Yes.
Who was that?
I would have been. Give Andrew one moment as I need to look up a name.
Isn't that going like too far back in time?
She could still be alive.
How old was Eldeconan?
I don't remember.
Like this is this age, right? And she's not like other than the magical fuckiness.
Dima.
Could that have been her?
Dima Amduin. Possibly, though it's not exact.
She'd be old by now.
Who could that be then? A long lost cousin?
Hold up.
Don't know.
Hey,
She already had illegitimate children.
Yeah.
Bathis.
Yeah.
There could be more out there.
Yeah,
that I don't know about.
Yeah, we're determining if this is somebody he knows or not first. Which it seems like they have a likeness to somebody he knew, but aren't that person exactly.
she also looked very sad.
Maybe two if I had that thing in me.
Wait, did Eldeconan ever look sad? Like visually?
Well,
Because I always pictured her as a much more stern face.
So while Aurelia had this like burning fury, right, this righteous fury, almost at all times, Eldeconan, when she took over, her forms and features were much more cold, much more calculated, and to a point that made her more dangerous. She rarely joked, rarely smiled. The only times she really did so was when she felt like she had a victory at hand.
I have a theory, Sayil. So she looked sad.
Yes.
Do you think she looked sad because she has recently inhabited this vessel? That's a possibility. And the vessel might be what is portraying a sad emotion because they cannot control their own form.
I mean, maybe. It
So
looked like a deep, bone-aching
They
sadness.
might not be fully meshed, is my point.
With true seeing, you know that you're not seeing a form they are inhabiting. You are seeing the thing that does the inhabiting.
Yeah. So I saw the spirit of the original person.
Correct.
So Elder Conan is sad.
That's not.
So
Elder
the
Conan
lady
was
of-
a puppet.
The Lady
That's
of
not
Shadow.
the original name.
He saw who she looked like in life.
I saw Mrs. Enduin. Like,
Okay.
Okay.
So never mind.
Elder Conan
Arnold.
was the most recent host
Other
we
than
know of.
Morgan.
other than Morgan that we know of.
Yeah.
The longest host.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry. The body hopping thing's got my brain fucked up. Okay.
We referred to this person as Elder Conan for a really long time until we figured out they were not actually Elder Conan. They were somebody inhabiting Elder Conan's body. So that's why we still go like, oh, it's Elder Conan. Like, yes, no, kind of. Okay, so debunk that theory because you saw a different version.
No, I saw the original person.
The fact that she is sad is interesting. Wait, well, I mean, she might just be mourning the fact that we just killed her son.
Well, if counterspell didn't work, then whatever was causing abjuration is broken, possibly permanently.
That might be a very big problem for us.
Might
Is that how
is
planes work?
Well,
Are there pillars of schools of magic?
You guys have experienced this before out on the Mist Sea,
Yeah.
where, if I remember, it was like evocation magic went haywire and hard to wield. Abjuration maybe having its own similar effect. You guys know that essentially being within the discordance itself right now, there was enough play within the pillars that the ley lines have essentially gone haywire, and that's why magic is starting to have an effect.
it could be because where are we at? Where we are currently physically.
could somebody cast something and I can snatch it real quick? I just want to see if this also works.
What do you need?
Something like a really low level spell slot.
I'll give you a second.
I
Does not work.
Okay. Do I still get the indicator on it? Okay, so my item just doesn't work.
so
Your virtue that you just got stopped working.
Yeah.
counter spells don't work.
Again,
Shields of faith don't work.
it could be because we are in here. We can try it somewhere else, and then I would say
The issue is that this place should theoretically be cleansed. I think that the foundation of magic is changing.
I'm just saying that it's a possibility because there was Nixium running through the fountain outside earlier. That regardless of the fact that we fixed this area, there still could be a taint.
We can go try to find a different place.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Jeremy.
All right, so I
There can
have,
always be taint.
all right,
baby.
you guys do what you need to do. I have an hour with the glowy eyes. They highlight magical doors for me, specific like secret doors hidden by magic are just highlighted for me.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
Where would you like to go, Sayil?
I'm imagining like video game, like when you walk next to something is high, like interact. There's an X button next to it.
So I would like to give the whole cathedral a good sweep, looking for extraplanar sensors, any sort of lingering magical effects,
Look at the
or
symbols,
anything
too.
like that, and take a note for anywhere else that I would like to animate objects back into place.
Above table, you take an hour.
Yeah.
There is nothing of note.
Okay.
No secret doors. Sorry.
No big red door?
No big red door. No other gray men hanging about or anything like that.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks like we're good.
Okay. We need to
Get Abernathy out of here.
Abernac out of here.
And I think we should.
We can go back to the price call for that, right?
How's the fountain look? Still Nixium-y.
It is just empty now.
Oh.
Can I shape water or anything out of the fountain to begin it flowing again?
You take a moment and press your will upon it, and it fills with water.
All right, Sir Abernathy, let's get you out of here.
Thank you, Sayo. And then I will lock the door behind all of us, and then I will lock the gate. I know that's pretty superficial in the times that we are in right now, but it feels like the thing that I should do.
I think the unnamed god respects locks, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he locked the doors.
Yeah.
I just don't respect locks.
We respected the locks. We didn't fuck with the door. We just
am-
went through the wall.
I am the not respect locks guy. If I can't break it, I will just walk through it.
I like there's an order of operations. It's like, try the door. Locked? Try to pick it. Can't pick it? Fuck the door.
Yep.
Teleport.
Why would I need to get through the door with a lock on it when I can just walk through the wall?
Oh my god.
I'm just Leroy Jenkinsing teleportation into places I can't see.
Yep.
I'm still mad that was staged. I like genuinely. Bullshit. You're a WoW person? That broke me mentally, knowing that was
It was
staged.
obvious. It was so obvious.
Yeah.
Did you know that actually nobody would ever rate like that?
At the point where they're like crunching the numbers and they're like 32.33 repeating of course. I'm
Yeah.
like, first of all, nobody can like actually say that.
That is how I imagined WoW nerds, though. Like 33.333 repeating, of course. I imagined them trying to think that, but they said it out loud because they're a pompous asshole. Like fucking.
You can hear them laughing when they're like stick to the plan and everything. Like
Stick to the
there's a lot
plan.
of that, that can't hold it in. Like it's one that I believed when I was younger, and then it's like, oh well,
This was worse than me finding out Santa Claus wasn't real.
that's fair.
Fuck.
Anyway,
Are you just sending him through the?
No, we,
Fountain, yeah.
I thought we were gonna take him to the river by
go.
Crystal.
Yeah, we don't need to walk that far, and I'll get him there faster.
You just. All right, have fun.
I'll step into the fountain, like if you wouldn't mind coming with me, Mr. Abernathy.
Right. We'll step up.
see you in a minute,
is
Sayo.
he-
Or do you want us to meet you anywhere?
You guys want to come with, or do you want to go do the things you wanted to do?
I've seen Ilios enough for my lifetime.
Are you gonna be in and out?
I think so, yeah.
I feel like one other person should come with you.
To my court.
I mean, I thought you were going to Ilios.
I'll
I'm
go
gonna
with,
go to my court and then call Ilios and be like, "Hey, I'm sending
I'll go
this
with
guy
you,
with you."
Sayo.
You don't have to.
I will go with you, Sayo.
All right.
Yeah, he'll. If things go wrong, you guys will go to the plane of fire together.
Oh no, you can stay here, Kex.
The lava sucked, Kex. I'm sorry.
Lava?
Are we alive?
You came back looking like a rotisserie chicken.
I just find it odd.
It's not my fault that you couldn't stick the landing.
I just find it odd that you landed on land and I landed on lava.
Yeah, because
Wait,
I'm
why
better at
didn't you
sticking the
fly?
landing. Why didn't you fly?
I didn't get that option.
You have wings, Sticks.
You can't fly upside down.
Yeah.
You gotta like right yourself.
I can
and then-
walk upside down. Why can't he fly upside down?
Okay, that's ableist.
By every law of aviation, an upside down owl should not be able to fly.
Turn yourself.
Wouldn't you just like, if you went upside down, you start flapping your wings, you just go down, right?
Exactly. That's why.
Is
he
that
hit the
Daniel?
lava.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's why he
Oh,
hit
Daniel.
the lava. He tried flying, but he was upside down, so he went down faster.
Oh, I'm sorry, boss.
Bastion.
I am not your boss, and you know that.
Bastion. I'm gonna go with Sayil. Just to make sure this is okay.
Wanna come with?
Can you go find why I've said his name like 3 times today.
Aguilar.
Aguilar.
Minister.
Can you go find Minister Aguilar? Tell him that we need to talk about staging an ambush.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you. And do your thing on the way or on the way out.
And we'll shrink back into a regular person as he's going to lope on out.
Don't forget to snack.
He's gonna give you a hug and take a snack. Get like one of those quick like yeah, and just
Bastion, you did great in that combat. You didn't even get hit.
If he did, he probably would have died.
No, that would have been Daniel.
Both of them. That's why I stayed.
All right, Waterman. What are you guys doing?
Aqua landing.
Thank you, Sticks.
What are you guys doing?
I think I might go back into the catacombs.
My aneurysm in my brain just went.
The cat it cooms.
You should probably, hey Sticks, you should probably talk to Portia about whatever she wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna bring her back to the prize call with
Kind of
us.
seeing some shit.
She did great.
Portia just got like 5 level ups, right? Right, Andrew? Right.
Portia should have got a level.
At least one level. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, the lower ranking NPC should have got something out of that.
That nat 20 to the face of God. That
Yeah, she on that alone, she should get one.
you get an inspiration for that one.
Yeah.
I will mark down an inspiration for Portia in particular, and I will also bump her up from 3rd level.
Oh, she's third. If she's 3rd level, she can.
She needs
I'll bump her from 3rd to 5th.
Okay. Excellent.
She needs to be at least as strong as Clifton Clockstopper. Come on.
Oh,
You all right? Twist your neck a little weird?
yeah.
Was that you putting a pencil down a second ago? Or was that a noise that I
That
heard?
did sound
That
like
was
a
a pencil you put down.
Okay.
All right. You're going to go talk to Portia.
Well, I think we're all here right now.
Where should we meet you when we come back?
How long will it take for you to come back?
Well, I'm going to call my Ilios and talk to him and then ask him to take Abernathy and then send them on their way.
Okay.
So
If we
It's
can't,
just mean at the prize call, we're probably going to be there the rest of the night. I think that we're going to just prepare for tomorrow.
I'll probably run by Nizzy and just
Nizzy.
let him know that we dealt with the Avatar. So that way he can spread the communication word.
now they're going to have to reincarnate as a waterbender.
Okay, so we meet back at the prize call, figure out the rest of the night, rest, go into maybe the Azorius tomorrow.
Did we want to do any more
Wrong
clean up
guild
with the
name, bud.
church or anything?
I think that'll be passing for right now. I think we got rid of the influence. He could probably take it back if he wants, but
Not without a bone.
Also wrong guild name. Said Azorius. That was mine.
yeah, no, aren't we going to the Azorius?
Orzhov was the other one with
There's
the
a
issue.
It's close.
O sound and then there's a Z sound, you know?
Yeah. Alyssa, you made a face at going back to the Pride's call. Was there anything you were...
That wasn't Melissa.
Okay, that was Lizzie.
Yeah, I heard a sound and it sounded like the sub like sound that we get. But it was just like the beginning part where it was like I was like, the fuck?
Yeah, I heard it too. Okay. Safe travels. I hate it when you do that. Safe travels. I'm gonna... Safe travels.
Do you wanna
I'm glad you're picking up on this, but I think you just lost...
I don't want to go with this fucking guy anymore.
You want to stay here, Kex? You can.
All right. Hopefully I never see you again.
Oh god, that was awful.
Best of luck back in wherever you're going.
Go back to your hole, you fucking gremlin.
I'm glad. And I probably, as I'm walking away, I just smirk at him. God,
That
he's
was-
one of us
That
now.
was
Daniel's
hilarious.
just gonna fall in step. You're not actually walking away from him. He's followed you.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't to Daniel. That was to
Abernathy.
Abernathy. That's why I was so confused.
What the fuck?
I'm like, I didn't realize he was chill like that. That's crazy.
That's why we all went like, huh?
Okay, so he doesn't do that, right?
No, Abernathy would not.
All right,
back.
He would put his hand out for a handshake and then get...
I will. It's a traditional custom amongst the Broken Wings to mess up handshakes and fist bumps.
Hey, Sticks, go check your teeth too, by the way.
Does he have?
Blood on the ground. Oh,
You have bird teeth sticks?
I'm leaving now.
Bye, Sticks and Alyssa. I'll see you soon. And Daniel and Passion. Well, Passion's gone. And Portia.
Bastion already left.
Yeah.
Portia is like, all right, always a pleasure to see you all.
Good job.
You want to come to
Don't
the
lie.
court?
Don't
Good job,
lie.
Portia.
Portia, don't lie.
Don't lie. All right, this is fucking awful.
Yes, it's all
There's
awful.
more where that came from.
But
We're in it together.
when you make it out of this, you get to say that you face down God and won.
You want to see
How
my-
dare you even call him wet?
Kind of an abomination.
That's fair.
Exactly.
Evil God.
I wouldn't
Want some
even give him
wine
that
at
respect.
My court bar?
I'd love to, but I have things I need to go do and people I need to go tend to.
Fair enough.
And undead I need to make stay down. Or stop from happening, really.
Hoorah.
All right.
Good luck with that. As you can see, they don't always stay down.
I think I'm getting too much spitting on that bitch.
You gotta spit on that thing. And then
In the catacombs.
title for the episode: Spitting on that thing in the catacombs.
Jeremy can't escape his own degeneracy.
Why do I have so many things that just come up and give me fucking like a
I don't know, but
terminal brain damage? Like,
Within a fraction of a second of you mispronouncing that word, we instantly knew that for the rest of your
I
life,
knew.
never let it down.
I knew too, which is why I stopped.
catacomb, and it was too late. As soon as we heard the
I don't even know what I was like mixing up with catacombs. Like,
catagoon.
All right.
I'm gonna turn your fucking temple into the goon cave. Fuck off.
It's a good way to lose your graveyard.
About 6-7 years ago now, I accidentally said instead of slipping a disc in my neck.
Slip a dick. Slip a dick in your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
My God. All right.
I'll drink to that.
So, for the sake of brevity, so we can get some things done this session, you go to your court with Abernathy. You call on Ilios,
Yes.
who you find out his full name is not Ilios.
Yeah.
It is
Iliosi.
Danasi Ilios, the dancing light.
What are their pronouns? Do I know that?
They seem effeminate,
Okay.
vaguely, but it is questionable. They don't really introduce themselves as anything one way or the other.
This isn't a beaver.
I was gonna say brother or sister, but in lieu of that, I will just say,
Ladies and dental them. Dental
what was the
men.
Denarios? What was the
Danasi.
Danasi Ilios.
Danasi Ilios.
Danasi Ilios. Hello, I am Sayu. I have somebody I would like to see safely arrive at the banks of your shore. Could we discuss that?
They will bow and turn. They're like, of course.
Okay, I wasn't sure if this was one of the rivers that didn't show up when I...
They are new to you.
Okay.
Of course we may discuss. I don't like much of a crowd.
Fair enough.
What do you need of me, O Lord of Rivers?
Praise be unto him.
Sail will do more than fine going forward. What would you prefer me call you?
Danasi is fine.
Danasi. I would simply seek to send him to the city Ilios, if possible.
Oh, of course, the great Father Abernathy in this beautiful temple. Hello. As Father Abernathy goes, like, you know who I am? And he's like, of course. Well,
If you've ever so much as touched the river, then you have introduced yourself.
you will treat me quite well, so I thank you for that. Let's see, there are quite a few people wondering about you at home. Well, yes, the Emperor is there gathering supplies, and they're seeking to ship out quite soon. I should probably get there so I can hand in my report. And maybe avoid some of this.
Do you mind if, after you have spoken with them and they have departed, letting us know how that goes?
It will really depend on when they leave. I did not prepare sending today.
Just at some point, please.
Yes.
We would like to know the state of what is about to arrive.
We would love to stay in contact.
Delightful. Well. This is such a beautiful meeting. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming to my bar. Feel free to stop by anytime for a drink or a meal.
Of course. Oh, Father, if we may. Ta-ta.
Did he die on the way? Bug.
Straight back or quick drink?
Oh, I came here to drink for a little bit.
All right, let's all right, okay.
Little do you know, that's what we're doing at the prize call. I'm rating where I know you keep the good shit.
I'm glad we were on the same page.
There is no more good shit.
Saffron looks at you and goes, actually, I got this just for you.
Is it just a pig?
It's 2025. We don't call them that anymore.
No, we
What
City guard.
what did she present?
You got in one. It is a pig that is still moving.
Oh my. Where did you happen to find this?
Taking a drink. And I just...
She's pulling shit from the fucking rivers, dude. No way.
You can put that one back.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
You fucked up. You fucked up leaving her in charge of this shit, bro.
We have a pig now. I typically
Speak with animals.
Oh.
I typically tend to avoid anything that is
Animal.
well, just
Moving?
it just feels wrong. It just feels really wrong.
This is... where's the farm? I just wanted to drink.
We're gonna take you back.
Where's the farm?
Little buddy, we're gonna take you back, and then one day you'll end up at my bar anyway, but you'll have a life before then.
You can bring him to, you can just bring him, you can bring him to Leonard.
Yeah. Think of home. Think of home.
You just throw him on the ground?
I throw him into the water.
I was like, think of home into the hardwood.
I will.
Think of home.
Touchdown!
It's like that video of the fish that they drop off, like trying to put it back in the water, and just fucking hits the barn and explodes.
Well, Kex, do you have any objections now that it's dead?
No, I just wish it didn't have to die. Oh my God! Think of home. Think of home. Oh God! I'm just sitting here going like, whoa! Holy shit, Sai!
This is 2 times that I've cried.
Oh my goodness!
I'm warm now.
The headache's back. The headache's back.
Oh my
Saffron,
god.
I think I'll have a Sail recommended beverage.
Oh. All right. I see that I'm not good enough to make drinks for you.
You brought me a pig.
I was gonna just give you a pig. I was gonna put the blood into something for you. That's what I was gonna do, and now it's fucking gone. Whatever. What do you say? What should I make? Fucking twiddle fangs over here.
Twiddle fangs?
My bad for not wanting to just kill that thing.
It came from a fucking feeder farm. What?
I walk behind the bar. I grab a bottle. Like, we're going back to the Pride's Call now, you two. Just
We don't get to stay and drink now.
no.
I was really looking forward to that. Just a little moment of brevity.
You tried to get me alone so you'd slip
No,
me again.
I did not at all.
Step out into the middle of the prize call with a bottle.
In the distance, you're
Which direction is that?
west.
All right. I think I know the farm over there. Good thing he's back.
Well, there went the rest of my evening, I guess.
Are we all together at the prize?
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless there's, I know you were going back there. Were you doing anything else, or are you just going back to the prize call?
I have been researching the magical items that might assist us, and I know that eventually artificers can make these, but I'm wondering if there's a place where I could acquire gems of seeing.
Gems of
I
seeing.
could probably shit them out. I'm just kidding. Maybe.
All right, I'm gonna look into this while you guys reconvene.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you probably would have maybe talked to me about it while we were on the way back. Like, hey, do you know gems of seeing? I was like, I have no idea.
How gems of seeing work is basically it's a little monocle that you can look through, and for 10 minutes you have true sight up to 120 feet.
Very useful. I personally don't have any experience with that. Portia,
Aye.
gems of seeing, know what they are, know where to get them.
I've heard some people use glasses.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
It's like a gemstone. It's magical.
Oh, do I look like I do that to you?
I don't look like you do much to him, but
First of all,
You're not there.
fuck you. Second of all,
You're not there. Goddamn.
I just don't know. I've never seen it, so it might not be something that is typically in clergy itself. So
no, I would expect that to be more up the Azet's route. Possibly even the Azorius, as they have those awful ornithopter things that stare at you when they shouldn't be.
they might have those just inherent.
Yeah. I'm thinking that it might behoove us to use true sight more often.
Oh yes, definitely.
Especially with the way that things have been going recently. I'm not a big fan of having looming figures around that could potentially join our fights and decimate us.
I think that they will just be there. Us knowing where they are will be beneficial, but I don't think, other than removing their element of surprise, it'll do too much. But maybe I can tinker around with Forbiddance and see if them moving from the ethereal plane to the material plane.
Well, the problem was that they weren't on the ethereal plane, and that they're using something that is basically non-detectable to everybody except for Sael for an hour a day.
I could do it for 2.
For 2 hours a day.
Well, we'll have to look into that. Styx is thinking of like anywhere that he thinks that I really think that like Hildegard would be a good being a forge cleric. Hildegard would be a good lead to figure out because she would know what it is and maybe know where to find it.
I'm just wondering if there's any precincts where we could raid their treasure vaults to equip for this.
Orzhov.
Yeah. Well, I think talking about this on the way back, we make it to the prize call. And anything new with the prize call? Is Cadrian basically staying there?
Yeah, she's basically foregone her shop because she's been here. As you walk in, you realize that Cadrian and Talony have actually like grown quite a bond. Kind of having to deal with both their sons out and about in like these awful situations. They've started to like lean on one another.
yay.
And so
They're moms against broken wings going out and killing themselves.
Can Styx's mom take care of the werebear child while I'm gone, and my mom take care of Shalissa while I'm gone?
So we would come back.
you come back, and oddly enough, beating you there is Kex and Sail.
Hey! Hey.
Boom.
Hey. We were gonna have a couple drinks, and then Saffron ruined that for us. So
Okay.
I didn't ruin anything.
I have
started
drinks. Do you want
fighting,
drinks?
so I left.
what?
I have drinks. Do you want drinks?
Not right now.
You know what?
I would.
You know what, Alyssa? Pour me. Never mind.
Sayel, you want to go have a conversation with the lady of the sewers?
Oh, yeah, Mother Morose.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk to a hag?
No, I don't like her.
She's got a really cool mom.
If she can give me true seeing, that'd be great.
That's not an impossible thing.
Do we have to do it tonight? Can we just
Yeah.
relax and maybe take this small victory?
You can relax.
I mean, I do like the idea of taking a sleep and then going and talking to Mother Morose. I feel like I should let her know because she and I had a whole deal about Vathis and stuff.
How about this? Tonight? No, for me. Tomorrow, we can all go in the morning. First thing.
And it just should be just a quick
Making
conversation.
requests now. Does anybody want me to prepare something specific for tomorrow?
Haste and Vortex Warp?
I always have.
I
I also have been taking Revivify because I don't trust that you're not going to die.
you know
That's
what?
good. It's good to have
Normally,
one person.
normally I would be very upset with you, but
You have diamond
this
dust?
is very smart.
We need to get you diamonds.
That's true. I do not have any diamonds.
Well,
You gave away.
can you just like suckle the blessing of this Dome Caller out of me?
If there's anything I've learned, nipples are straws, but no.
If there's anything I learned, I think straws have to be detachable. Just saying.
Not my teeth.
Nipples aren't straws. They're patches of skin that's wet milk.
I hate this.
Okay,
I'm
I
fine.
think can we just call this a day? Maybe discuss and just enjoy the company. Where's V and everything? Are they there? Or
Uncle V is not here.
no giants?
No, there are giants
Yotes.
milling about.
Joden's chilling.
Jotun's not here either.
Oh.
Did you want to do any like religious ceremony stuff?
Fucking boat.
Oh yeah, I probably
I think
should
we should go talk
talk
about that.
with God before I go to sleep.
Up to you.
I'm
not,
gonna-
You know. I would also like to communicate with
Wise to get things done.
Arathis,
Yeah.
but I don't really know how to do that. So I don't know if you can help me with that, or you. You could probably make me dream.
You
I
want
can
it? What do you
try.
want?
I want to talk to Arathis.
I need to. So they need to be asleep.
Okay, question.
I don't know if any part of Arathis is asleep.
So I
The
can
city never sleeps.
I can try. My way of communing with God is kind of personal. I think I've bent it slightly where I've brought others with me. We can try.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay, so would anybody else like to speak with Arathis?
Not really.
I mean, like, I don't have any burning questions for Arathis. She's kind of her own thing, and I feel like I'm a little distant, but like I'm a fan of her. You know.
You want to just go and say like, "Hey, big fan."
Sure. Yeah.
I think I'll just go talk to them at the tree. Let them know what happened.
You want to go talk to the Pale Guard by yourself?
I mean, I still want to get some stuff done. You guys see like you guys want to just chill, so
Well, it's kind of late in the day now.
yeah. But I'm ready and I'm able, so why not?
Okay. What are you above table? What are you planning on?
Good. What I just said.
We're gonna go speak with the Pale Guard and try to get in contact with Minister Aguilar and set up an ambush.
Oh, for the ambush. So my question is, what exactly is that? Is that kind of the question right now? Is like how we set up an ambush, or do you have an idea?
I have taken the time to map Yolov and Professor Hurry's movement patterns and where they've been to get this set up. So that was one of the first things I did when Andrew was like,
Week
"Hey,
one.
what is the stuff that you want to do?" I did that to prepare.
Oh,
so
with
that-
Bastion, right?
to make this
That's in fact what Bastion is. Part of what Bastion is doing right now.
Yeah, to make this a much easier, quicker, and not issue thing.
So you're gonna.
I'm not going off on my own to go gallivanting.
Okay. I'm just again splitting up right now. Even in Guild's Row is really like hairy.
Asking for it.
I'm not going outside of the territory that is kept a line.
I do think that we should worry because the Lady of Shadows has been around in one way or another.
I mean, Daniel, I can go with him. If you want to play buddy system, I get it.
I get it too.
You okay with that?
I can just move super fast by myself.
Or,
So.
where's Bastion?
He's off on his own.
Okay.
He's higher level than you, so I trust him.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I don't know if anybody in Guild's Row can move as fast as me. So
All right. I'm gonna.
Kinjar vibrating in the corner.
he's out there somewhere.
Have I seen him?
If it would make you feel better, Sticks, Daniel can come with me.
I just think, in general, having somebody else and
If it makes you feel better, Sticks, Daniel can come with me. That's no offense to you, Daniel.
Why would that be?
Okay.
All
It's
right.
because of the puzzling look he has on his face.
That's not Puzzle's consternation, but sure.
Six. I'm gonna go up to Daniel. I'm gonna like give him like not like a fist bump, but like I'm gonna dap him up. Be like, I'm gonna be like, Daniel, you did fantastic today. You've done a great job, and I need you to keep him in check. To be 100% honest with you,
Buddy,
I can't do it. You can't do it, but we can
I
try.
was about to say, what do you want me to do? He fucking goes through walls. You think I'm going to hold him down?
You can call him mean names.
You got one more insult coming my way before I turn to the bat and fuck off.
Do it. Do
Well,
it.
you can do what?
Do it.
What do you mean?
Do it.
You're a nerd?
Is it?
What?
You're a nerd.
I was talking about from him.
Is it kind of like wait? So is it kind of like Sail, where if Daniel just shoots you, you'll just turn back into a person? Dude, never mind. We'll figure it out later.
Turn into a bad dude.
Okay. Sorry, I do just worry about you, and I think that having somebody
I
at least
worry-
tailing you.
I worry about me too. Trust me. Nobody's more worried about me than me.
That's not true. You have a mother.
Talony in the corner's like, Talony, would you feel better if Daniel was at least tailing him?
What do you think?
What do I think about what she thinks or about what I think?
She's asking you. She's like, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys here. Seems like you're splitting hairs for no apparent reason other
'cause
than
we
you
love
like
each
to
other.
argue.
No, it's because we love each other.
do. Yeah.
So, you're asking, do I think Daniel will help him with what you guys are facing, just the two of them? Honestly, no.
Daniel.
Okay, Daniel, do you want to chase after Kex, or do you want to sit and have a couple
I
drinks
turn
with
into a
us?
bat and I'm gone.
I'll turn you into an owl, Daniel.
He's jogging.
Daniel, I'll turn you into an owl.
How long can I do that for? Because it's not, we still haven't added that to my sheet. I don't know how we actually do that.
I think it's
So it acts basically as wild shape.
Okay.
So you retain all your mental stats while you do this.
Okay.
And yes, to that point, you literally have 1 HP.
Yeah.
So you can get knocked out of it. That being said, though, it's until dispelled.
Okay.
Until you choose not to be.
Okay. And it's only once per day, right? I can't go in and
Right.
out.
Correct.
Damn it. Wish I could. No, I'm fucking off because you guys are arguing for no reason.
all right, Daniel. Chase him if you want. If not, drink with us.
He gets to the door, opens it, looks,
We hand him a drink.
closes it.
Yeah.
I'm literally just like, as soon as I'm out of sight, turning back into me. Like, I did it for dramatic effect because nobody would shut up.
All right, now that the buzzkill's gone, let's drink.
So, with that, as the rest of you guys rest, effectively, I have looked into the lens, by the way. the Pale Guard, the Azorius that are part of the Pale Guard, they might have a handful of them. Specifically as to what Portia said that they used to put into ornithopters. In fact, you recently just did some work on them and saw that. So if you want to take from that, you could. They don't have anything else than that laying around. The Azet, you have busy doing quite a few things, though with them being rare items, they're not going to ask you to front the bill because this is part of the war effort and information gathering, right? It would effectively take the Azet the rest of the week to be able to produce 3.
Okay.
Just obviously, if the entire Azet like bear down on this, they could do it really quickly, but they have other things they're doing, right? Okay. So they can safely sequester off enough people to make 3 within a week. That being said, they only got 1 more project in them that you can hand off. That is of the same kind of weight.
Okay.
For the week, I mean.
Okay.
So,
what all would you want them to do? Other than that, is there anything else?
I wanted to have some wizards help me search for Eldaconan or the Lady of Shadows, because I want that fight.
Okay, so the Azet, they have wizards for sure, right?
they have some.
Maybe not like super high level, but would they have what you need?
Honestly, I thought they did, but now that apparently there's something called non-detection that I don't know what it does in game, I think we would need those like spectacle things in order to do anything, and that's only for 10 minutes a day. So I feel like I'm just gonna scrap that project.
Yeah, I mean, like character knowledge, we just know that there's some weird thing with being able to detect them.
Oh, sorry. To that point, the one on the ornithopters, they constantly have it on.
Oh, so like it is like a permanent one.
Yeah, that is a permanent one for them.
Okay, I kind of.
They're probably like
Point
battery.
clarification.
They're probably like battery operated or
I would
something.
take one of those off the ornithopter then, and then I would just constantly wear it.
You will have to basically deconstruct the ornithopter, and it will come with like this weird, really weird headpiece because you're gonna have to fashion like the gemstones.
Oh, it's just
and
gonna go
everything
straight
that keep
into
it.
my armor because I can, as a bonus action, I can make a hood for my armor.
Fuck yeah, dude! That is so cool.
It's like a visor.
Oh my god, you have a visor that comes down.
This is Dragon
I
Ball.
live for this.
You have a scouter now.
Yeah, my ears come out though.
Yeah,
What's the point of a hood if it has holes in it?
You were constantly under the effects of trucing while you wear this. It will take an attunement slot. But besides that, you're constantly under the effects.
What do you have for attunements?
I think I might have just gotten an upgrade.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Who had Cavus's grimoire? I would like to have Cravus's grimoire.
It's on me right now.
I will
Over the
stay
course,
up.
I was about to say, over the course of the week, would you hand it over to him if he asked?
If he wants to look at it, yes.
Yeah.
It's not, I showed it to the council.
Not a secret.
It's not a secret.
All right. Do I have a list of spells that were?
Oh man.
Power kill.
No, that's a different thing.
Oh, that was a scroll.
That
You're
was a
right.
scroll.
Let me pull it,
Which I
Cavus.
could read.
Should I get rid of Cloak of Protection or 9 Lives Amulet?
What is the 9 lives?
What one do you think is going to help you more at this point?
Cloak
I
of
get
protection is just bonus AC.
One bonus AC, and then the 9 Lives Amulet. If I go down, I am instantly stabilized and have 1 HP.
I would
And whenever I short rest, I can double the amount that I heal.
cloak.
The cloak is also +1 to every saving throw.
I would say keep the
That's-
cloak because I'm going to give us the contingency plan of the heal.
Alternatively, I could get rid of my all-purpose tool,
That's your call.
but I don't think
Last minute. That would be like a right before the battle.
That's also a +1 for spell attack rolls and saving throw
that-
DCs.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And
Or Defiance.
Well,
yeah, totally disenchant. Yeah, just dismantle it. Fuck it.
one spell save DC isn't going to do anything against Anduin, but
It could be the difference between
It's a difference
A nat
between an
20
18 and a 19.
Yeah.
DC.
like a crit hitting.
I
or a
would
crit
say the
missing.
9 lives, unfortunately.
I do think it's 9 lives.
Okay.
Really, because it's
like,
just to
at this point
stabilize.
when we're at this point it just stabilize, and when we go down,
Okay. What is there a name for that true sight thing?
It'd be Ornithopter's True Sight lens. You wouldn't be able to find it in D&D Beyond.
Cool.
Other than a True Sight lens, and then you just ignore the charges.
Okay. I am going to, let's see.
Discord message.
I know. I'm saying bruh because I see the Kenshi people.
So
Cages.
I have some infusions, and I can't remember all of them because there's not a way that I can track ones that I don't have on me.
I have one. Styx has one. You have one on yourself.
Yes.
Mine is the necrotic resistance, correct?
Mine is the repulsion shield.
No, yours is the caster thing, and then yours is.
I don't have the
necrotic.
caster thing anymore.
Okay, so you.
I think we both have necrotic. I don't have the caster.
Okay.
Because I wasn't really benefiting too much from it.
Then I have one more charge, and for that, I'm going to give myself +2 AC.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's go. What's your AC now?
21.
Should be 21.
Well, how do you get it bigger? You get bigger AC, right? Is it from enlarge?
She just has more ways
If
to
I grabbed a shield.
add to her AC.
She
Oh, the
had
shield. Okay.
she had a shield,
But now with the yeah.
but she sacrificed the shield to make the gauntlets.
Okay, cool.
She took Hildegard's shield specifically and then made the gauntlets out of them.
Sahil, I apologize. I accidentally deleted Matron Cavis's stat block that had the spells in it.
Okay.
Please send me a reminder on like Monday or Tuesday, and I will reconfigure it.
Okay.
And then I'll give you the information.
My intent is to completely ignore anything that's not a ritual spell.
Peace.
So no need to worry about anything other than that.
How do you get ritual spells? Can I get ritual spells, or is it
You have ritual caster, but they have to be clerics spells, I think, for you. I have a Book of Shadows Eldritch Invocation Warlock thingy that
Lets
lets
him
me
add
just
to his.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering if there was any way for me to add any.
That's how he's able to summon small fey entities like Saffron, because he took the scroll and wrote it down in his book.
That being said, I do remember you and I talked about one of the funny spells that were in there.
Yep.
So I'll say above table, you do find the Baba Yaga's hut spell.
Okay.
Baba Yaga.
So I can make a walking hut.
That's kind of sick.
I have to
Can you
cast
ma-
it for a full week.
Can you make
not
the
happening.
Pride's Call into a...
Maybe.
And then can I cast Temple of God on it?
Maybe.
I can do Private Sanctum inside there too.
Can we have like a triple layered fortress where nothing can get in through Temple of God, Baba Yaga's hut, and
You have 3
Sanctum?
layers to get through.
So I have 120 feet of true sight. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So I
Dang
have
it.
4 spells that, do you mind if I ask you about, or do you want to save like until you can find the stat block again?
You can ask for
Okay.
sure.
Draw Midge's instant summons, the Sapphire Crushing Weapon summon spell.
No, she does not have that.
All right. Forbiddance.
I don't think she would have taken it considering who she's working for.
Commune or Contact Other Plane.
She has contact other plane.
not commune. Not very.
Rary's Telepathic Bond.
She also has Rary's telepathic bond.
All right. And Divination.
Probably not.
I doubt it.
I'm just wondering what she used to contact, like, Enduin. Right.
Probably
Was that ascending for her, or was she
Probably the
casting
otherworldly one.
Contact Other Plane?
Yeah, because that would be in the Shadowfell most of the time.
All right. So I will just stick to Contact Other Plane and Telepathic Bond, and I will try to remember to text you.
Thank you.
Can you use those like right now?
I have to copy them.
It takes time.
You could talk to Tiana.
I could try talking to Tiana.
She's not on this plane.
And I also can do Kex's Mind Link Plus now.
You could also talk to my mom.
Is that how that works? A demigod, spirit of a long dead sage, or some other mysterious entity from another plane.
From another plane, though.
I have to make a DC 15 int saving throw. And if I fail, I take 66 psychic damage and go insane until I finish a long rest.
It just sounds like a Friday night for me, baby. Let's fucking go.
I can't take actions, can't understand what other creatures say, can't read, and speak only in gibberish. Greater Restoration ends the effect.
This is just normal Sayo.
Okay.
Boots the sleigh down house.
Okay. Oh, real quick. I just wanted to have that RP moment with Alyssa.
Yeah.
So in the corner, drink on the table if Sayo wants to come.
Yes.
All right. We're going to try and contact the Rathus.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So I'm going to cast Commune, but because Commune, like verbatim, is like you contact your deity, right? So I want to like channel that through, like channel my holy magic through Alyssa so that she can contact her deity. Again, like word for word, like by the book shouldn't work, but I feel like with Commune, I've kind of like brought people into Commune, and
You've done it so other people can commune with Kalimvor with you. You've not done it so you can speak with a different god. Though it is divine proxy. I would ask you, how important do you think this is?
very important. Not for the fact that like I think Alyssa has like the most important questions, but I think that it is of the utmost importance for like people to explore their faith and for them to know the deity that they are worshiping or might worship, because faith sometimes isn't about like seeing, and that's like sometimes like that's something that Styx has seen more than probably 99% of Kalimvor's devotees. So he wants to give Alyssa the opportunity to know and like communicate with the deity that she is following to an extent, although she's not like a cleric or a paladin.
If you would like to, you can spend one of the dice and be able to usher in this for Alyssa.
Yeah.
Please.
I think that is important. Could the dice be used for battle itself? Yes, but I think that this is a big deal too. So, Kobe?
Yes.
So, what does this look like as you're trying to alter the spell to instead grab Arathis?
So, Styx is trying to channel his like divine magic into what he has seen Defiance grab. So basically, he's trying to like.
Oh, am I counterspelling you and then?
Yes, I'm trying to like use my spell slot of Commune to give the magical prowess, like my divine magical prowess, to Alyssa, so that Defiance can like latch on and speak with a creator god.
You take a brief moment. You think over this as you're casting Commune, the golden light of Kalimvor, kind of seeping up from your hands into the gauntlets that Alyssa wears. And you see as your face lights up in the mosaic of Defiance. It lights up gold, which is a different color than normal. If I remember right, it's normally like the mosaic itself is like a bit of a purple.
The mosaic itself is so it's platinum. Everything's platinum, but when it goes like in there, it's not a platinum. It's like a pure white.
Okay.
It's like a white light for all these like illuminations. So in this case, it would be gold. But
so it lights up as gold for a brief moment, and then you watch it. The actual gauntlets themselves not consume to destroy and change into arcane power, but absorb. They shift and change, and that gold turns back to light. And Alyssa, you can feel this expanding of your thoughts as Styx guides you and opens up a new portion of the arcane to you. A new portion of magic. And now it's up to you. Who do you think of?
I think of my tools. Every tool that I've ever possessed. I remember them well. I remember how they feel in my hands. I remember the process of like learning to be nimble with them and becoming better over time, and eventually being able to create these gauntlets that I have on to be able to help my friends, and all the opportunities that the things that I've been able to craft with help have given me.
Almost like a cog finding its home, filling its space inside of a much larger piece, larger machine. You think about your tools and how you use these to create and affect the things around you, and realize you are in some ways a tool of the divine. You are what they use and push and pull. And some people may rebuff against that. That is your choice. But in this moment, you are looking at my apologies. Ooh, not that one.
Wrong music. Roll initiative.
Yeah, Arathis wants to swap hands with you. She wants Defiance back.
All right, you think you can? You think you made some fucking gauntlets? Let's throw hands.
You see two Smith gods just duking it out. Like, hold on 1 second.
So you feel that pull, and almost like part of a giant clock, you feel yourself slot in. There's somebody looking down on you as if they are happy to see this piece beginning to work.
Are me and Sayo there?
You for sure are. I don't know, Sayo, would you have wanted to be a part of this commune?
I was sitting at the table. Like, I imagine we just sat down at a table in the back of the bar, and I like had a glass of wine while they were starting to cast, and then she plucked the spell out of the air. So I don't know if I'm
In the commune, but you were witnessing it.
I'm watching it, so
For sure. Okay.
if I see any extraplanar entities, I'll be like, oh, hello.
So, the floor is yours. Commune, in case you don't know, because you probably don't have the spell, you can contact your deity or divine proxy. You can ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or a no. You may ask your questions before the spell ends, and you received a correct answer for each question. Divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient, so you might just receive an unclear. As if it pertains to information that lies beyond the deity's information, in a case where a one-word answer could be misleading or contrary to the deity's interests, the GM may offer a short passphrase as an answer instead.
Okay.
Andrew likes to answer in riddles with this.
Yeah. So, above table, I wasn't expecting to expend so many things to be able to talk to Arathis, so I want to make this count. The questions that I'm thinking of are kind of like, are you going to participate in this war, and can you please? As well as, like, with the materials that we have inside Guild's Row, what is going to be, like, the most potent thing to be able to bring to the fight with Enduin. And
So I think like Styx is not gonna say anything during this, except for if Arathis greets him, he will like say hello. Styx probably wouldn't think that like asking a god that you don't have too much of a connection to, like, hey, can you participate in this, would be a great idea. I think it's more questions that you might want answered, maybe about your crafting or about the materials that the enemy is using. Because Arathis might have really good information on Stygian iron or things of the...
Also remember that is intended to be a yes or no answer.
Yeah.
Or yes or no question, I should say.
I just wanted to know if Arathis was going to like participate, and if there's like other gods that are going to be participating in this. Like,
Let's start with this.
yeah.
Start with that. Ask the question.
Hi, Arathis. It's me. I signed my name on a couple of those things. Also, when I die, if you could grab these like gauntlets or whatever, I think you should have them at the end. They're not going to be useful, but you know, like, thank you for helping me with that. I just wanted to know, will you be participating in the final fight?
My hands guide those that would be tools to slay the unnamed.
So she definitely has a side, and I'm probably that tool. Okay. We recently had a run-in with Soul Flame, and it was used against our friends, and we can't bring them back with resurrection. Is there a material that can undo that effect so we can bring our friends back?
No.
Is there a material that Enduin is weak to? Or vulnerable to?
I saw that smirk. Let's go.
I just like, you don't say.
Weapons wrought with intention may cut true. The gauntlets you wield will do.
How the fuck does he do this on the spot? God damn. Bars. Sorry.
The gods the gods have ushered down virtues before. Seek them out. Rid us of him evermore.
Thank you so much, and thank you for giving me all these opportunities to make things with my friends. It is truly my purpose in life.
There is a feeling of affirmation, of warmth, love. And for a brief moment, you can imagine yourself at a cozy hearth in a quiet workshop, ticking time away. And then the feeling passes.
As I feel any energies leave that I might have noticed, just like, keep doing you, queen. Blast. Like, well, it feels like every day you meet a new god, but I know that's not the case.
There are people around the bar just,
Sorry.
We're not even asking.
Sorry. Should have warned you all.
You guys met the leader of the Ordning and also the local river prince in the same bar recently. Why are we acting like this is... Never mind.
Styx is gonna like hold out his glass and cheers with Sail. Oh man, this is quite the change from a couple months ago when everybody was very agnostic, to say the most.
Yeah. Now I believe in myself. You know, Alyssa believes in Arathis and Kex believes in...
I've always been somewhat religious.
Not you, sorry. Lolax. Lolax and...
Was he a non-believer?
He did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not.
Sounds like a stick in the mud.
No,
He could be sometimes.
no, he wasn't a stick in the mud. A different upbringing and
Same place as me.
to be honest, very smart, which is why I'm kind of taken aback to why you are. So,
Yeah, okay. I need to interject there. Lolax was a wordsmith. He was a charmer. He was not smart. He was as smart as me, and I am dumb.
no, you're not dumb.
I am. He was as dumb, if not dumber than me.
As I'm like, as you pull the glass up of wine, I like tip it a little bit more.
I shape water back into my glass.
Reverse Jesus.
Who's that?
Wine into water.
Oh. I turned it into water.
Oh, damn. Why did Midas touch, but every liquid becomes water?
This isn't the first time you felt her presence.
Arathis?
I'm pretty sure she got a big thumbs up when you made the gun.
I've always felt like there was somebody watching over me when I was making stuff, but I've never had the opportunity to actually interact with them. I got a dream one time.
I think that's
in a
called
workshop.
I think that's called BPD.
Oh,
Do you want me to try to send you to dream with Arathis?
I think she's probably seen like enough of me, but
She seemed to be happy that you were there.
yeah, I just don't know what I would really do in a dream. But did you all see that or
I did.
You did? Okay.
What did I see?
So, oh sorry, go ahead. I'll let that resolve.
I don't think he heard me.
I did.
Okay.
It is the people around the bar kind of like looked at this funny, less because they saw an interaction, but more because they fully believe you are talking to a god because they know who the fuck you are. So they're just like,
Oh, Arathis is here?
they're just stopping, going like, all right, we're getting smoke, we're getting help, we don't know what. Like that type of deal. They didn't really see anything in the air per se. You, with your almost extrasensory perception, looking around, you saw it was less that you saw something, more that you heard it. The ticking of gears. And there is something, unfortunately, a little foreboding about it, as it does sound like a countdown.
Did I see anything in the reflection of my friend's eyes?
There is a kindly woman smiling, though she looks weary and tired.
Like most of them right now.
I didn't see her, but I could see something.
Her recommendation is for you all to get weapons that are wrought with intention. And apparently they're around and available.
Do you have anything other to go on other than intention wrought weapons? Is there any other names or?
Did she mention the word virtue?
She said it in her riddle.
I think they're called virtues.
Can I roll for knowledge of virtues?
Go ahead.
I rolled history at a 10.
History?
Mm-hmm.
Just a flat roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 32.
Flash of genius.
It was a 19 plus 13.
Felt like my nose started.
Mine was an 11 minus 1.
So 32, you said?
Yes.
Plus 5.
37.
Do you actually flash the geniuses?
Yeah.
Why not?
37.
37.
I feel like this is very Alyssa of like, he's thinking of virtues. She's just like, fuck
There's
it.
one we kind of know the location of right now.
So
I am a knower of stories.
it is a moment where you realize you've been in the presence of 3. Oh wait, did Hilda gave hers up, didn't she?
I
Or did she
said-
reacquire them?
I said that she would have tried to find somebody to wield them. We never went over like this person was a good inheritor. So she might have picked them back up for the final fight if you don't have somebody in mind.
Peace.
Okay.
I asked you to make those people.
Right.
So that was a while ago though. So
Well, he did.
yeah. You stop and you think about it and realize you've been in contact with a few of them. You've seen patience in action with Althea. This longbow wrought of the horn of Oberon, the Green Knight. You've been next to, Lightbringer, which you know is part of a 3-piece set that if you bring all 3 blades together are supposed to make kindness. You know that Abigail Abernathy has one, Travis Abernathy, her brother, has another. You are unaware of where the third is.
Okay, for Lightbringers.
For Lightbringers. Specifically, it is the Blade of Dawn, Zenith Blade, and Blade of Dusk, if I remember correctly. So that's 2.
We legend lore about where the whip is.
Yep. You know about Chastity the Whip, and that
Oh yeah,
it
because I
is
saw the whole story of Chastity.
exactly. It is with Raznal's cult.
Which we
And-
need.
It's on the list. Very urgently on the list. Trust me.
And additionally, you've been in the presence of Temperance and what was the other one?
Diligence.
Diligence, as Hilda wielded both.
The second time we saw her.
Okay. Above table.
So I don't.
Styx, seeing all of this, Styx wants to make his own virtue.
We already have one.
What?
We already have one.
I don't think my sword is virtue.
You're close.
No, not even close. I don't think. Styx wants to make piety, if that's not already a
Make piety?
holy symbol.
Is piety a virtue?
Oh, you want to use piety? Okay.
No,
okay.
but I want to
Peace.
make. I want to make virtue of piety.
The virtue of piety. Yeah, I got you now. Sorry, I was like, buddy, you're already maxed out on piety. What the fuck do you want?
Exactly. Who
What more do you want from me?
Who else is gonna make it?
Give me more.
Well, I got access to some giants who are wanting to do smelting.
Well, this is just like you guys are probably seeing like while you're talking about the virtues. I'm just thinking, and like I'm holding my holy symbol.
Jeremy, if we use the bone and mend it, you can maybe make a holy symbol called piety with a bone
Use the
of an
dragon
unnamed
heart.
god.
Don't use that.
The dragon.
We need the dragon heart for something else.
Additionally, I'm going to continue on. You think about piety.
Yes, I'm thinking.
I'm not going to say no.
I can
will
make you a pie.
cost.
So yes, that's what I'm saying is like Styx is thinking like while he heard about the virtues and Alyssa made a virtue and knowing how Alyssa made the virtue, like Alyssa wrought to creation a virtue from like her sheer like creative will, her like forging hand. Styx has a completely different outlook on magical items. Instead of like his own creativity, he would be like imbuing like otherworldly holy magic, like something
course.
like in between what like a high level cleric and Kelemvor, where it's like in between, where it's more inherently tied to something and less of a call on and more of like this is just how it is.
Yeah, I got you. Don't you worry. To go over the 7 virtues, because with a 37,
Eight.
I will say you just know what these are. You've heard enough stories about them. You've been in the presence of those that have been given them, and you've watched one be wrought. You understand.
I'm a virtue expert.
Chastity is a whip made from the giant god Anem's hair, ripped out from his skull by Bahamut during the Dragon Giant War. Morden, the god of doors, smithed it into a whip for him. It is it essentially grants you some giant-like abilities if you're somebody that has a smite, like a paladin, because that is very coded towards Bahamut, right? It will step the dice up 1 level. So you will empower your smites. And then you also get the Wraith of Repentance. You can, when you usher down the killing blow on an enemy, you can suck them into chastity until such a time that they have repented for their sins. And until that happens, you can keep releasing them out of chastity, forced to your will, and they will have to fight on your side.
It's the fucking maze.
It's Andrew used it in our prequel campaign that that Colby was running.
Temperance is 1/2 of a crown of iron thorns used by the Dwarven hero and saint, Maldir, to capture the fire titan known as the Red King. His consciousness and power are captured into the tiara of thorns. Those that wear it now deal with the constant wails of the Red King, but benefit from his power. So you gain immunity to fire damage. Your strength score goes up to 25. You gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
This was Hilda.
That's huge.
But every time you try to attune to it, the Red King will try to take control of you. And you must have a mental war with him.
Big save throw.
That might
I
be
think it
good
was
for
like a
me.
30 that I had to beat to put that thing on.
Hilda's got it.
If the Red King possesses you, you will go on a rampage, and you will start to attack everything with the benefits incurred by Temperance. It will automatically attune.
Yeah.
Diligence is the other half of the Crown of Thorns used by the Dwarf Nero Maldir. This half represents the control required to keep the Red King in check. So you gain Keeper of Wisdom, you gain advantage on Wisdom saving throws, Warrior's Resolve, you gain 1 legendary resistance once per dawn. When you fail a saving throw, you can use a reaction to succeed instead. And Jailer's Chains. Once per dawn, when you hit a creature with an attack using a weapon, you can invoke a rune, summon fiery shackles. The target takes an extra 2d6 fire damage, and they must make a strength saving throw or be restrained.
What's the cooldown for that? Once per attack?
Once per dawn.
Per dawn, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what Hilda wore.
There's Charity, an ever-filling goblet made of opal. One willing creature takes a drink from it and then presses it to the lips of a corpse. Their souls trade places in the plains, a life for a life. The target brought back to life raises from the dead with all their HP and none of the drawbacks of resurrection. The one who gave their life is considered dead and cannot be brought back short of using a wish spell or other similar magics. That is Charity.
That's a weird one, but that's really cool.
Kindness is a great sword. Essentially, it does a ton of damage. It has the ability called... Oh, it also has a sentient sliver of Palor in it, who will speak to you and try to assist you.
So this is what happens when you put all the Lightbringers together. So we'd have
Yeah.
to get 3 swords.
I the problem with all of these is there's not really somebody in our party who can actually wield them.
I was gonna.
Just saying that Wisdom Crown one is huge for me.
Yeah, but it's
You're the
with
only
Hilda.
one that can use the weapons. I can use the whip.
I already have weapons.
I know, I'm just...
Yeah.
I was going to ask, do I think the Braid of Unnamed would increase the force that comes from Defiance? Mechanically, do I think Alyssa's D8s would turn into D10s if she used the whip?
Oh shit.
While the ability mechanically is based off smite, it is not a smite. It is not the same thing. It channels divine magic.
And Unnamed's Braid doesn't do that.
No, meaning the Defiance is arcane in nature.
So
It was
can't,
wrought by a person, not wrought by a god.
It can't interpose the divine magic on top of the arcane magic.
That was the
Technically-
one thing. I thought.
Technically, we could give Defiance to Daniel,
Daniel. Yeah.
and then we could give him the braid.
Daniel, go and kill God.
Daniel getting the whip would be fucking awesome.
Not done with kindness yet. I don't want to take up too much of your guys going over all of this, but I feel like the abilities of the sword may sway you one way or another
Oh,
to
they're
it.
important.
Radiant Hope, an amount of times per day equal to your proficiency modifier. You may use an action while holding and attuned to the sword to grant each creature you see within 30 feet of you to gain advantage on attack rolls until the end of your next turn. This property this property recharges at the next dawn. Dawn's Light as an action, you can use the sword to cast one of the following spells from it: Sunburst, Beacon of Hope, or Dawn. Once a spell has been cast using this sword, the spell can't be cast from the sword again until the next dawn. And then Zenith Light. Weapon attacks made with kindness deal an additional 3d6 damage on hit. Any undead cut down by kindness are automatically absolved. Their souls are not destroyed, and they are sent to live peacefully.
Do I think that Executioner has somewhat similar properties to that last part? Just because it was given to me by Kelmvor and used to
Most likely,
Bathus.
frankly.
Wait, are you asking if that's the third piece?
It's the desk blade, unless your sword is called the desk blade.
That's not what I was asking. That would be very interesting, and I don't think that's true, but that would be cool.
Patience is longbow. It has a bunch of tricksy fey magic built into it. I'm not going to go over every shot.
It's a lot. Yeah, I remember reading that.
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
Isn't that what? Wait, what did Parthen have?
No, it's what I'll say I had. So
No, in the one shot we had the virtues.
Not everybody got a virtue.
Patience, yeah.
I think I had patience.
And then there's humility, a set of blood-stained vestments dedicated to Lathander. They are wrapped around the user's eyes. They get seeing light while attuned to the vestments of Lathander's light guides you. Even when your eyes are covered, you gain blind sight out to 60 feet, but you are blind beyond it. Hidden from judging eyes, 3 times a day while attuned to the vestments, you may cast greater invisibility without components or concentration.
yeah, but you can't see beyond 60 feet ever.
For the purposes of dispelling this magical effect, treat the invisibility as if it were a 9th level spell.
Yeah. Shout out to some of Andrew's solo prep sessions on Twitch. He was there making a lot of these, and that one was really cool.
Okay, so that's all of them. Which ones would y'all like?
I'm not here.
The sword sounds like it would help greatly against the unnamed god.
I think this is an above table discussion.
I think
Above table,
We don't even
the sword's the best one.
Yeah.
For you?
No, just in general.
Above table, I know where the third one is, but I'm not going to say anything.
Also, the blindfold. Which one was that? What was the patient?
humility.
Humility is just straight up really good. You can cast
it to
greater
Narsh.
invisibility 3 times a day. You
Give-
can
give it to
It's
Narsh.
true seeing 60 feet.
It's not true.
Or blind sight.
Blind sight.
Give it to Narsh.
Oh, sorry. That should have been... It should have been true seeing out to 60 feet.
Yeah, that's what I remember. But it's basically like
part.
you see the truth, and that like others cannot see you. It's really cool. Super flavored.
Do I have any concept of where humility might be? Of any of the lore or legends?
They brought up a god that you don't know a ton about being called Lathander.
Lathander. Sticks, you know a Lathander?
I'm not even gonna roll because straight up Stick probably wouldn't know this god at all. This is above table a fairly new or obscure god, correct?
Humility's old.
Humility is very old. It's from the Second Age.
Or
All
it's
of
like
the-
a god forgotten by time.
Guidance.
Don't bite me. No.
Not smelling what I'm putting down.
You're gonna
I got
the virtue?
a 19 for religion for Lathander. If that would provide any additional info.
It would. So,
No.
you stop and you think about it, and Lathander. This has come up semi-frequently lately. The Second Age, not just like the fight between the Sins and like Enduin's rising to power into like semi-divinity, and the Raven Queen also doing the same thing. There is the Day of Black Sun, which is an event that created the Misty, where Lathander, the god, the original sun god, died. And that is where Pelor, Ilmater, and other sun gods come from. They're slivers of him. Or at least that is what's taught. Those in the Enduin do not prescribe to that. They believe Pelor is the original, and that is it. But it is said that the day of no sun, there was a cataclysmic event right after the Void Titan had been defeated. Lathander had essentially held on just long enough to see that done, and then fell apart himself. There was some people called it an eclipse, and then during that eclipse, there were streaks of starlight going across the world itself, crashing down. And it is presumed the majority of those wound up in the Mist Sea because the Mist Sea was not there before. A massive crater was formed. Seawater started to fall in, and then eventually the mist started to come out. Lathander was supposed to be a god of spring, youth, self-perfection, and renewal.
Well, I will convey all of that. It sounds like the two most useful artifacts are from the same guy, kinda. Kindness the Sword, which happens when we bring together the 3 pieces of Lightbringer. And Humility, which might be somewhere in the Mist Sea, is my best guess.
What was left of the Mist Sea or below the Mist Sea?
Might be in the basin of the Mist Sea.
Do you have a river down there?
No.
Isn't it ocean below the Mist Sea? Or
What is my understanding of the waterways of the Mist Sea? Do I have any sort of connections?
Make me a charisma perception check as you pulse out and think as a deity, a Fey Lord instead.
There's this weird small island with these freakishly weird looking toad people on
Are you sure about the charisma perception?
Oh, 100%, yes.
Okay, so that instead of a 15, it's an 18. So that's going to be a 31.
31.
I'm going to use my last flash of genius for this.
Going fucking Nova on the lore gathering here today, guys.
36.
Hot damn.
Kind of important at this point.
Okay, not gonna lie.
Or
Started the day, not the session, last session, with fighting something that literally couldn't fail checks and hits on us. So, when we're trying to figure out how to kill him, maybe dump a 30 or something.
But hey, you do you.
I'm not mad. I'm just explaining to the audience that we got dumped on earlier today, last session. So we're kind of like, oh,
You
maybe we
get
shouldn't
lore.
just
You
look
get
at-
lore.
never
you
let
get
it
lore.
happen again.
Oprah Winfrey out here.
Yep.
All right.
36.
36.
You see a loading bar with my nanobots.
You guys ask me, do I have any siblings in the Mist Sea? I'm like, and I stand up, I walk over to the river, and I sit in it, and I think.
You think on it.
Wait, just because he could maybe break a 40, could I add guidance?
Guidance goes to ability checks. Bless does not. So yes.
Is that 4?
40.
No way.
Sail the all-seeing.
You guys quite literally watch as Sail normally gets this like silvery mist around his eyes. He sits down, he opens his eyes, and they are just aquamarine voids. And as you
Your finger like
expand your consciousness out and start to think of this, you realize you can't see anything in there. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Mm-hmm. You don't see any ridges of wall. You don't see. It is utter darkness. And for a brief moment, you feel as your brother and your mother let you in a little bit. You see from their eyes as well.
from the ocean.
From the ocean and the seas that are connected. It is vacuous. There's nothing. Almost like it's a hole.
The perception ends where the waterfall starts, basically.
Oh, it's like the edge of the world almost. I see.
I spend a minute or two peering into the abyss and I come back.
You don't look very well.
The bottom of the Mist Sea is a hole. There is no water down there.
Did
There
there
was
used to be?
water?
No.
No?
What did you say?
Did there used to be?
No. There was mist. That was on fire.
I thought that was Phlogiston.
Yeah. I think it was.
So, a virtue theoretically couldn't be destroyed by something like this. Soulflame might be able to destroy it.
How many times does the sea need to blow up before the hole is too deep for you to be able to see?
Well, maybe at the bottom of the hole, it's there. It fell down. Like at
You,
the deepest
you
point.
think humility might be in the bottom of the Mist Sea?
I think maybe.
I think we just need to no clip to the bottom of the world.
Can you?
Styx is gonna start running into the wall.
That's my best guess. Because if like you said, these can't be destroyed by like blowing them up normally, then it would make sense that it would fall.
Okay, so theoretically, we get close enough to one of these virtues. Yes, I can try to locate it. I can try.
I'd
I
recommend
scry. I think it has to be creature or a location. I don't think it can be an item.
Could you scry on the bottom of the Mist Sea?
I would have to see it.
legend luring.
That too.
I think okay, wait. So I'm gonna go. Styx is gonna go through what he can do. So I just for locate creature, describe the name. Oh, sorry, locate object.
Really quick. I'm going to let you guys think on this for a moment. And I'm going to move perspectives over to Kex. You guys go ahead, whisper to yourselves, figure out what you would like to do to gain more information.
Discord.
We're going to have a conversation.
Okay.
Discord messages.
Okay.
All right. You missed the entire lore drop.
Yeah, that sucks. But
Turn
whatever.
into a bat and fuck off. But as you do, you get up to Vitu-Ghazi. Who are you trying to see in particular?
Aguilar, if he's there. If he's not there, Nizzy. If Nizzy's not there, I don't know if Hesperia would be back yet.
Hesperia would not be back yet.
Yeah. So, members of the council, basically.
Yeah.
Kind of who's available.
Sure. You show up there and you see that Bastion is standing outside like one of these archway doors that are like kind of built into Vitu-Ghazi, just tapping his foot.
What's up?
Oh, minister's in there.
Why are you waiting?
Well, I mean, he asked me to step outside,
Oh,
so I'm waiting. He has to do some paperwork, but I think he was changing out of some gross gear. Looked like he got into a pretty big scrap.
how long ago was that?
Probably like 10 or so minutes.
I'll wait another couple minutes and it comes out.
Well, I wasn't going to go anywhere.
I just don't want to barge in. You know, now that you told me he might be in the nude.
Minister, I just don't want to alarm you. Kex is here. I already told you the Broken Wing sent me to speak with you. Apparently I wasn't working fast enough. So
I just got back quicker than I thought I was gonna.
it was just a joke. And you're going to hear Aguilar be like, oh, and then the door will open up. And you're going to see he has like a towel that he's currently...
Gotta get the grime of war off, huh? You could probably use one of those at some point.
I fought something called a zombie clot today.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a clot of zombies.
That's gross. Was that like the
Disgusting.
Orzova or something?
A little bit past that, where the pendant used to be.
So near like the Simic?
Something like that. I do not
Explains.
know.
Gross. Okay. Hey,
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting.
you're fine. I just got here.
That was more towards Bastion. As he's going to nod towards him, Bastion will kind of smirk a little bit. Goes, you had questions for me. How may I help you?
Yeah. First, status of the day. Any losses? Any gains?
Plenty of losses. Let's say what Sail did with the Rule Giants was quite a boon, because we didn't need to face them down face to face. And some of the intelligence gathered by the Cloud Giants and Jotun are also good, as they are assisting with the overhead surveillance. But and you watch for a moment as he gets a little choked up, because their dead don't stay dead. They get back up and they continue fighting.
Yeah.
This is turned into a war of not just attrition due to where we're at, but attrition of numbers.
Yeah,
Everyone we lose, they gain.
yep. We'll have to figure that one out.
We've just started burning dead on the way out.
It's the wise choice at this point, unfortunately. Did you hear about what happened at the Ebon Feather?
I, frankly, was quite rudely asked Bastion here to wait. So I have not heard anything yet.
Well, about Taylor, I informed Asperia of what happened. We informed them before we left. Like, we informed the council, and then we went back to Fix. So I was asking.
He seems to be out of the loop.
Okay. We found an avatar of the unnamed god there. We took care of it. It's gone.
Okay.
Purified the temple within.
Understood.
So the taint and the
The catacombs.
and the
The taint of the catacombs.
a staging area for him has been dealt with on this side of the line, at least.
That's good.
What I'm here about is Professor Hurry and Yolov. You know that I've been monitoring their movements along with Bastion, and I think we're getting closer to the point where we need to take care of them both sooner than later.
I would tend to agree with you. As far as I can tell, Hurry has been meeting with those on the other side quite often. So, what do you need?
How is the status in the Stones Causeway, just in general, for commerce and such?
It's one of the only places of commerce still operating, but that is because they deal with both sides. As always, they've been quite the neutral party.
Well, since we know of the patterns of their movement and such, is there any way we can stage or enact some type of subtle diversion just to divert their path into an area that we set up in?
Stone's Causeway is a warren of tunnels. I don't know if we could do that subtly, or at least it's not my forte.
My only worry is if they see me, they're going to instantly turn tail and run until they're unless we can get them in a spot where they can't run.
We could select a choke point and just drop.
I think that would be best.
That can certainly be done.
Soon? How soon?
See, he's going to toss the towel back inside, close the door. Now?
Not right now, I don't think.
No, I mean, I will be gathering forces now.
Tomorrow?
They will need some information before I dispatch them.
Okay.
So, we will... I'm assuming you all are in the Pride's Call?
Yeah, the rest of them are there right now.
We'll meet you there in the morning.
Okay. Asperia is still gone?
Yes, to Niv Mizzet's and Tristani's chagrin, the two of them see eye-to-eye the least, and Judge Asperia was normally the staying hand.
I imagine the conversations have been wonderful.
They've been fraught with quite a bit of tension, and Jotun interjecting himself into the mix has both helped and harmed. Niv Mizzet is not quite fond of giants in general.
We've noticed. Jotun didn't have too many kind words to say about him either when we met him. So,
They are working together. They're trying to keep it civil, but
strange times make interesting bedfellows.
Yes. So, that being said,
I do have some good news.
Yes.
Hopefully. As you know, the Dawn Justice was within the city.
Yes.
He has since left back to Ilios.
Without his cohort?
Without his cohort.
Oh, no. He was one of the only voices of reason amongst them.
We're hoping he will be back soon, but I think he has been convinced of at least the goings on. He was there with us when we faced down the Avatar. So whether he believes all the information we have given him about Eldaconan and everything, at the very least, he understands the peril of the people. It is my understanding that he might be speaking with the Emperor as we speak right now.
Delightful. I hope that he can speak some sense.
He said before he left that there are conversations he's going to be having that might divide the Anduin as a whole. So, at the very least, we have somebody on the inside vouching.
See, they will kind of... All right. We can hold out hope.
We should, yeah. I won't lie to you that Professor Hurry and Yolov, be it a strategic thing that needs to happen, is also personal.
Why?
Yolov was, you know what Yolov was to me, in some regard at least.
Yes.
And that it is my choices that have led him to the fate that currently occupies him.
Do not believe that Yolov would be in any less danger if you weren't around.
No, but he may actually be at peace and at rest if I wasn't.
I suppose you may be right.
Professor Hurry is a name on a list that has been there for a while.
Well, let's get her.
Yeah.
He'll kind of clap you on the shoulders and... Do you need a drink? I need a drink.
Sure.
And he will usher you into his office, bring Bastion with, and lay out some, like... Bastion gets his ankles, you get his throat.
Just let me get one taste. Aglar, please.
Yeah. Aglar, completely on your side about this, willing to help in, devote some resources to it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Before I head back, after the drink, depending on how long it takes with Aglar, I did want to talk to Nizzy.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know. Just a nice moment with Aglar as well. This was really,
Yeah, that was it.
cool. And after the drink, I'll be like, I gotta go talk to Big Dragon. Do you want to come with Bastion, or you want to go back?
Bastion will finish his drink, set it down, and just...
How old is he?
18, 19 at this point.
Like 19.
Okay.
So,
Drinking age in like Japan or something like.
Set it down and just...
drinking age doesn't matter during a war.
Would you rather me... Sorry, this is Bastion. I can stop talking in Aglar's voice.
Would you would you?
Would you rather me help you here, or do you want me to go look down below? That's kind of what I was planning on doing.
As you see fit.
He'll salute and literally just jump off the side of this and be like, I hate meetings.
Yeah, well.
Turn into a thing of ash.
Oh, he really doesn't understand how much alike we are.
Well,
Thank
it's
you,
like he's
Aguilar.
made all three of the characters tied to him.
Thank you, Aguilar. We'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
I'll go talk to Big Dargan. Hopefully he's in an okay mood.
You get up there and you just hear... You're nothing but a fat lizard with broken legs that can barely fly. Shut up and let my people look at it. I would never want you to touch me like that. We're,
Hey, Jotun.
as much as I hate to say it, you may be a asset here in a little bit. I have been told by the broken wings that we need air superiority that we do not have. And you want to sit here and wallow and not accept my help.
Hold on, what's going on?
This fool, this idiot, fool!
Hey, no name calling. We do not need that right now. You both know that.
You see two ancient beings stare down at you like petulant children.
After the day that I just had, there's not any kind of look you guys could shoot me that would make me any more scared than what I just faced, okay? Let's just start off with that.
You see there are a few dozen kobold appear at this point in time, a couple of cloud giants just squatting off in the corner, chuckling at this depiction that is going on. And you saying that to them, one of them literally loses it, laughs so hard they turn into a cloud and float away.
What are we arguing about?
Jotun will give Niv-Mizzet the floor. Niv-Mizzet will essentially... I am being harassed about giants wanting to poke and prod my broken legs and make fun of it. That is not what is going on. We are trying to heal his legs because we need it for the battle coming up. I do not want them touching me.
Okay, hold on. Jotun. This is so funny. Jotun. I feel like I'm Sail right now. I'm channeling Sail. Jotun, what are you proposing and what do you think will help with his legs?
We have healers.
Yes.
Once my wife is done with the sleeping one, she can come and help him.
Niv-Mizzet, I completely understand why you're against that, given the history that you have. Is it because you really don't want them touching you? Or is it because you don't want to feel like you owe them?
Because I don't trust them. The last time I trusted Grimnora in particular, she tricked me, and I was off plane for quite a while. I shouldn't be able to go off plane.
Is that true, Jotun?
Yes, it is true. Back at that time, we had a minor altercation. Let
him explain.
Over Cloud's Keep. And who may or may not be in control of Cloud's Keep. I wanted to turn it into the next guild's row. They had quite a few gnomes already living there, good sir. Exactly. I already keep little ones with me at all times. Yes, but gnomes do not like kobolds same way you do not like me. And they immediately start getting back into it and then...
Okay. First off, just going to say, Niv-Mizzet, we're at war. We need you as best as you can be. Plain and simple. Do you agree?
Of course I agree.
And if they are the only ones that can do it, are you really going to say, no, I do not want to be fixed?
I don't trust them.
Do you think if Asperia was here, she would trust them?
Well, Asperia is out cavorting with literal devils.
Yes.
Who's to say her opinion matters?
And Asperia is willing to consort with devils in order to win this war. What is Jotun and the rest of the giants, if not devils to you?
There is a ripple of like half the cloud giants here take massive offense to this, and then the other ones are just like, I mean, kinda like. And Jotun just bears that on the chin. I'm. If this were anybody else, I would have eaten them by now. I hope you understand that.
That's fair.
It is only due to your work bringing me back from where I've been that I trust you so. Fine.
When the war is over, and if we make it out of this, you will have many more years to bicker at each other of who is right and who is wrong.
Yeah, just go back to being racist.
But if they don't fix you, there's a chance that that future doesn't happen. And I think that you owe that to everybody in the city that you're trying to protect.
Oh, I owe them. They should be grateful that I'm doing it in the first place.
And they are. You know how many people feel safer because they know you're up here? You know how much safer I feel because I know you're up here? You know how much more safe I'm going to feel when your fucking legs are fixed, buddy? Come on.
There's a bit of preening. You watch a shine go over him.
I know who I'm talking to. I know exactly who I'm talking to.
Do it for the Kobold crew.
Do it for the bolds.
Fine. And then you'll watch as Jotun points at two of these stone giant healers and brings them forward as they begin preliminary, literally etching out the scales on him. And he's like, be careful.
If they overstep, just let me know, I guess. Thank you.
Thank you. And
No.
I'm not going to apologize.
Base. Fucking base.
I'm just gonna, Keg's gonna laugh and you're like, it's a start. He thought about it at least. Okay. Well, we dealt with the little avatar of,
Hate. Evil.
yeah, we got rid of him from the Ebb and Feather.
Oh. It's a small day's work.
Staging some things for tomorrow.
Oh?
Yeah.
What's tomorrow?
A new day.
A new dawn.
You know the shadow person around, right?
In your head, what's tomorrow?
That's what I was waiting for. I'm gonna try and kill Hurry and Yolov.
Oh, I fucking hate that bitch.
I do too. A lot.
Yeah.
Fuck that bitch.
A lot. And then after that, once we're
Caught me
done,
cheating once at Dragon Chess, and I did not like it.
yeah, I have just a little bit of a personal vendetta against her. But after we deal with that, I hope we're going to be able to find the little hideout down on the Stones Causeway that the Demir are moving through.
Oh,
Find out some more information about Svadarak.
are you talking about the people that keep walking in and out of the water?
Yeah.
I just, Guild Road's an odd place. I don't blink too much at it.
Vampires.
Right, I know we have vampires.
Bad ones, though. Yeah.
Well, hold on. Excuse me. Yes, you. Yes, I know I am wonderful and amazing. Thank you so much. Could you please go ahead and grab some respirators? Yes. How many do you have?
3. 2 of them are me and one other don't really need to breathe, but I'd say 4. 4.
Yes, grab 4. Thank you. And so I'm going to scamper on off. Little kobold. There. Now, anybody can breathe.
There we go.
Delightful.
All right.
Is there anything else you'd like to report? I'm sure Tristani will be here somewhere, and you just see.
I usually leave the talking to her, to Sail, no offense. I'm sorry. Want to be frank with me? Jotun,
I'll be Niv Mizzet.
I can be frank.
Probably better.
Can I be Phil?
How do you think we stand right now?
Well, we're going to lose the city. That is the short and long of it. But the question is, how many caravans can we get out before that happens? And how much attention can we keep on us? The Broken Wings, ourselves, the Perihelion, objects of power, before this whole overflow happens. That's really what it is. And once it happens, or it begins happening, can we tamp it back down? That's really the question. And as it stands right now, I would say, looking across, our sides are even, but
With what's here.
with what's here. We know they have more on the other side,
And
they have more coming.
And we know who's coming.
Right.
And him is what worries me.
I'm so glad you've come here. There's been a missive. I was going to wait until Asperia came, but I feel as though I can pawn this off on you instead.
Oh, wonderful. I love
Queen Abigail has called. She has forces in the wings, though she wishes to speak with your group first and needs a way of transport.
Might be able to have that handled. She was on the list of people to talk to, and as soon as I've dealt with Professor Hurry and Yolov, I am going to start running errands.
Delightful. Leave. Get out of here. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I was not done talking.
Yes.
I know you're just having a time right now. So if I entertain me for just a couple more minutes, and I'll leave you be.
His tail is the one doing that motion.
You already know of the places that I've told you that I'm going to go look for allies.
As far as I understand, you're going to Queen Abigail, Barrack North, possibly. You may have some friends with your daddy in the Endwin. And that's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all you should do.
Nobody in the Draco Regnum that I plan on talking to.
Draco Regnum. I can get them involved. They're so Xenoist anyways.
I've already
they
told
for
you
themselves.
it's going to happen.
Then why are we battering over this bush again?
Because I'm asking you if there's anywhere else that you can send me. If there's any other places, things of such out in the world that somebody fast and unseen can get that will help us.
Well, if somebody were to be fast and unseen and maybe wanted to pick up something for me, maybe not an ally, but an item, I have heard tale that possibly the Orzhov had some items in question. And if you may even venture to speak with Jotun here on my behalf.
Definitely could facilitate that.
I'm right here. Yes, I understand. I feel as though the Orzhov have had quite a bit that we may be able to leverage. And additionally, on top of that, there are many contracts that went into default. We may be able to call on our own army of the undead.
Okay. And how might I be able to make this happen for you?
Simply break into Orzova.
Okay. I think I can do that. I should be capable enough for that.
Delightful.
Where specifically?
Oh, I don't know where within. I know that they have vaults. So probably within the vaults.
Vaults. Those would be wise to just check in general. I do kind of walk through walls.
I feel as though they had a bunch of ghosts living there. They must have a way to stop that.
You know, that's a good point, and I'm glad you said that. I wouldn't have thought about that until now.
They had to, right?
Maybe. Give me anything that can stop me from doing that? Or stop that from being a thing?
Not without insight and research, which I'm not there.
Fair enough.
I suppose I could just pile drivelers over and snatch and grab, though I feel that might be a little less effective.
A little less effective. Cause a scene.
I love causing a scene.
I know you do. You're really good at it.
Thank you.
So, Orzhov contracts. What would, Jotun would be, help me how? No offense. I just, discreet doesn't seem like your style.
Me. Discreet.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
I fully agree with you. I do not.
So that I'm asking, since I'm speaking on your behalf, what can he help with in regards to that?
Oh, yeah. He... a little birdie has told me that he may have come into possession of something that was stolen from Orzhova beforehand and may even know a crew that did it.
Who would that be, Jotun?
Jotun looks pale. Is like, how the fuck do you know this?
Jotun?
Wait, what?
What
Can you
happened?
repeat that one more time?
Nim is it brought out? It was like, a little birdie has told me that Jotun may have a piece that was stolen from Orzhova and even know the crew that did it.
Yeah, who did that?
Yes, we have a piece that was stolen from Orzhova, and you may want to know that it was a awful legendary artifact that you wouldn't want in the hands of the Orzhovan anyways.
I trust your judgment that was definitely for the best to happen.
The person who committed this is a mutual friend of ours.
It's Von Veer, isn't he?
Don't say it out loud.
Does it matter anymore? The government has completely fallen in the city.
Not because of crime, but because now he knows. And then you see Niv Mizzet is laughing so hard fire comes out.
That's super hilarious. So just talk to Von Veer about getting in and out, huh?
Yes, Von Veer should be able to assist you.
Wonderful.
Okay, I got it.
Got it. So steal contracts from the Orzhov and potentially any other items.
Yeah, I would say anything that you find in there is free game. Nobody's using it, or if they are, I don't want them to.
All right. I think I'm probably the best person for the job. I might even be able to bring Bastion along with me to help with that. We'll see. On the subject of going places, since we have a little bit of ease of travel without the necessary worry of teleportation wonkiness, is there anywhere out of Guild's Row? Anything hidden? Anyone hidden that could be called on?
You see, Niv Mizzet legitimately doesn't think of that. But Jotun, I have a few more favors in my pocket that I can call on. I believe my father may have one more fight left in him.
Oh,
But that won't be a
last resort.
last resort, as he's not quite there enough to tell friend from foe all the time.
If you drop him right on top of the Emperor's ship, doesn't matter who's friend or foe.
I suppose. It's something to think of.
Use your dementia-riddled dad is a distraction.
Yep.
Walks up like Sleepy Joe.
He just walked off. He just walked off the edge of the ship. Like the ship took a hard left, and he just kept going.
He trips up the stairs. Oh, good.
And the favors?
The favors.
You said I might, in Hilton voice, might have some favors to call.
Yes.
And along with my dad could have, and then we got into Sleepy Joe territory.
Yeah. Sorry. Sleepy Joe wiped my brain
That's
for a moment
totally
there.
fine. It wipes my brain every time.
He was like, there are forces that they do not like to call into the ordering, though they are technically purview to it. And I may need to ask somebody in particular, and they may not like it, but if we can let a dog off the leash, so it were.
Who is holding the leash?
Hildegard.
Oh. And what dog is being let off?
The Red King.
Wrath.
And you think that is wise?
Do I think it's wise? No. No, I do not.
Is it another one of these, drop him in the center of the place until he either dies or wears himself out?
Yes, except the angrier he gets, the less killable he really is.
So we want to make sure whatever problem we add to the problems we already have are...
She has leash,
All right.
technically.
All right.
And you could go get other leash. More leash. More chains, always better.
Yeah. Okay. So I got break in. I got your dad, and I got Red King. Anything else? Either of you?
Is there a cloud giant sibling we could throw at the problem? Did we leave them in the astral sea in the second age?
Well, normally I would. No, there's not.
Normally,
Oh, she's died.
is it the one that was Cloudkeep?
The runesmith, yes.
She was lovely.
I will miss her very much.
Maybe a spirit to be called on.
I do not have those abilities, but if you do, please.
Something to think about. Okay. It has been wonderful chatting with you both.
Well, of course.
Dim is it? King of the Sky for now.
For now.
Well, someone's gonna have to bring all of these dragons that might come over here to heal. Who better than you? I know you're not fond of others,
I
but
don't want to share my territory.
we'll tell them to fuck off afterwards. And if we're losing the city, then who cares?
I care. All the magical things are still here.
And then you, being the one who defended the city to the last, can lay claim to all of them. Who's gonna stop you?
They're all my broken toys anyways.
Exactly. Who better to put them back together? Jotun?
You're being condescending at this point.
I know. That's what I do. Jotun, drink later?
I think I'm heading there now.
All right.
I'm done with this conversation.
Okay. Thank you both for cooperation. The city will thank you.
Mm-hmm. They both just, mm-hmm.
Maybe the world? World's pretty big.
It better.
It's a lot of things, right?
It better.
All right. Let's go get that drink. Yep.
All right. We tune back in.
What the fuck were you guys talking about?
Dude, you guys were dying.
Jesus Christ.
Something about Catacomber's cleaver.
Did you guys get anything productive done?
The group chat.
I don't know if I want to do that.
That's the wrong group chat. Whoops.
I really don't know if I want to do that.
Who did you send that to?
General.
There's 8 people in
I
that
have
group
a
chat.
major
And you just didn't think about the catacomber blade?
Oh, yeah.
You can call it the Goonsecutioner.
I'll burst back in with Jotun, feeling great about what I just did, and
Styx is pissed drunk.
burst back in with Jotun, chatting him up.
I'm hanging from the rafters with my talons, and I'm holding the executioner blade, trying to drop it on a gold coin.
What? I'm gonna look for my mother.
And I'm drunk with a bottle in my hand, like,
No, actually, I'm gonna look for his mother.
You see Cadrian passed out drunk in the corner.
yep.
How do I roll for this?
You see Talony right up on top of the bar next to Sayul.
Okay, how do I roll to drop the blade to make it pierce a gold coin?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Inspired.
Sleight of hand.
At disadvantage, this is a heavy weapon.
You're
That's
also
pretty
drunk.
bad. Fuck!
One was a natural 20.
Okay, sleight of
You
hand.
have a D10.
Oh, a D10. Okay, so that's 8
Wait, what are you
plus 1
He's trying to drop the giant sword onto a coin
from the
top
sky.
from the roof.
Oh my god.
I'm hanging upside down from the rafters with my talons, and then dropping the executioner sword to pierce a gold coin. Okay, D10. I'll just use a D100.
Nice job, Jeremy.
Ooh, 8. Okay. So that's yeah. Wait,
You rolled an
8,
8,
9,
plus 8.
17.
You have
I
a
have a plus 1.
17.
17.
17. Bing. You hit it. The AC of a gold coin cannot be that high.
Opa! Look at that.
Jotun walks in.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
He reaches over, grabs a keg.
I see can I get a little...
Kex, you see that shit? You see that shit? I can throw swords better than you.
You dropped it.
What is dropping but throwing with gravity?
No, this is not
Jotun's
how
going
that
to
works.
swing by, pick up Executioner.
Hey!
Don't argue
Did you
with
just
him.
use it as a toothpick?
Don't
Been
argue with
bothering me all day.
Hey,
Thank you.
I'm gonna put my hand out like I'm gonna grab it, but it's just gonna drop back to the ground. It's gonna like slip through my hands.
I'm gonna... What is this? How pissed drunk is my mother? How far gone is she?
Let's see.
Is she being... I just...
She's making passes at Cadrian.
Don't think that I 100% thought that when he said Cadre was passed out of the corner, I was like, "Where's my mom?" It's like she's passed out on her lap. I 100% thought that's where we were going.
Your mom is teetering. She's like,
Hey, mom.
If you cast anything to fix it,
I
the
can't.
sword goes into you.
I can't. Sticks. Come on.
"Hi, honey."
Hi, mom.
You come talk to me tomorrow about that headache, all right?
How are you?
Remember that. You talk to me first thing tomorrow morning.
First thing tomorrow morning.
all right.
Do you want a can of water?
No.
No.
Water for pussies.
I think we need a good night's rest.
This is the first time I've unwound in like forever.
Yep. So how about we at least go sit down?
I was having
I'm
fun. We
gonna
were
get-
dancing.
Yeah.
Music.
I'm gonna get you another drink.
I'll do Mantle of Inspiration so she can move without provoking an opportunity attack. Just, like,
She can't move faster than me.
I'm not targeting you.
I know.
She's like, "Another drink?" And she
Yeah, so
put
fine.
that on. She starts
But
shimmying
I'm gonna-
around the bar,
I'm gonna-
dancing. She's grabbing some liquor.
I'm gonna
getting
get
ready.
her. I'll get her a drink and kind of shepherd her to a table to just sit for a little bit.
Six is gonna walk up. He's gonna be like, Kex, watch this. He's gonna boop Tality on the head, invisibility.
Oh shit! You're not even there, Tality.
No, you're there. No, just Just scare him.
You're just
fine.
scare him.
invincible.
You're fine.
Scare him.
Kex
You
is
see
going
her-
to cast Branding Smite.
Kadrian,
She,
just
she starts to book it, not knowing where she's going, and then immediately.
tell it you.
Okay.
No, just scare him. Pretend you're a ghost.
Okay.
Casting Vampiric.
Oh, Kex, who is it?
I found your nudie bags when you were 12. It's me, the ghost of.
If I cast protection from evil on her, will that protect her from sticks?
What was the
If
question?
I cast protection from good and evil on her, will that protect her from sticks?
Actually, it'll do damage to you because we're having a great time and you're fucking harshing it right now. Ooh, ghost of Kex's past. Tell us about the nudie
I'm
bag.
just gonna take my drink and I'm gonna just go over to the corner and just watch all of this happen. Like I
You see
just,
Daniel's just.
it's
I'm gonna like let you borrow the visor for a second. I'm tracking her. Don't worry.
okay.
Out of my loot, I'm like playing like nonsensically as Kex walks away.
Daniel has a cup of coffee that he's been nursing, and he just hands you the other one.
I thought, did they get anything productive done?
Every party needs a pooper.
That's why they invited you. Party pooper. Party pooper.
Have I seen
Kex,
any?
I'll have you know that I created a virtue. You bastard.
Really quick.
Have I seen anything with the true sight inside of the Pride's Call?
No. There's been nothing of note as you guys went and cleared things out earlier.
To be clear,
To be clear.
there is nothing that Von Veer installed that's like a hidden wall or like a magical safe
Secret door.
or and the throne is completely normal. There's not like
Give me an investigation check.
okay. Would I have advantage because of true sight?
It's what's allowing you to do this.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Of course, you have time.
Cool.
You've been looking this entire time.
Listen, I don't know what you're doing, but you got this.
While this is happening, Kex casts Made Hand and just keeps tickling the side of Styx's ears.
His little feathers that come up.
Yep. Well, since he wants to be like this.
30.
30. Looking around, you're like, man, the chair, fucking boring. Behind the bar, fucking boring. You go into the workshop, fucking What's that? What's that over there? You open the cold forge, and you realize there's a false bottom to the forge itself.
Bruh. What did you find? Oh, no. Oh, no. I might.
I'm going to check for traps.
Good shout.
Yeah.
Okay, go and give me this is a separate investigation check, if you could, please.
Okay. I'm going to take my time and cast guidance.
If you'd like, you don't even need to roll for the checks then. We'll just take it at a base level, 10.
Okay. I'm also going to make sure that my hound goes down, or sorry, my lynx. I keep saying that because my lynx goes down there and just like, because they can't be harmed, I'm going to have them like bang around and make sure that if anything goes off it, it's like.
So you start sticking your hands in there, getting ready to work, then you stop and go, actually, go in there. As just you feel the frost coming off of this cold forge, right? It just immediately it goes off at full volume, right? Like all the arcane components go at 11 out of 10, and then
Okay. Then I'm going to go in and find whatever there is to find.
I think Alyssa started the hot tub.
Unless
Oh, good. It's just the forge. Just looking at, just making stuff, just crafting.
what?
Was V in here?
Yeah, V was up there.
Oh, I didn't know V was.
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to speak. So he would have followed you guys anyways. But as you, I'm not even gonna make you roll a check for it. It is arcane locked, but because you're taking your time, you can literally take like a half hour while V is partying in the other room and doesn't understand what's going on. There's a little safe door. You see that there is a bunch of love letters that V has saved.
Not going to touch those.
You see there's a locket. Let's see what else would be in there.
Is there a sin?
There's not.
Took that.
There is where you can tell valuables used to be kept that he has since liquidated in efforts of helping you guys very early on in the campaign. And you see a picture, or a portrait, really, of two. One of Sail that he had done when Sail first got to Guildsrow. You see Sail probably a little bit younger, not really wanting to have sat for this to get done. So he looks a little like angsty, a little angry, right? A little put out, but is obviously something that Yolov cherishes very much.
Bondir.
I always do this. I didn't have to worry about Yolov for so long.
Yep.
And now he's back in the fucking picture.
Because your love matches the accent.
Yeah. And then you also see a portrait of the Dreadnought Inn with the original crew of the Dreadnought. So Sail's father, Sail's stepmom, and then some other crew members and Von Veer.
Okay, so it's all like
Sentimental
stuff. Nothing that's like. By the way, I've been keeping like an abyssal chicken ring kind of. Okay. All right.
Oh, that's
Well, I found the skeletons in the closet. I'm going to leave now.
that's 100 feet down underneath the Pride Skull.
You find another door. No, I'm kidding.
Is Bondir sober or is he?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
You kidding me?
You said he was came with on the site.
Yeah.
That's why he was quiet. He was drunk in the back.
Sorry. He will immediately be getting not sober. It's like he sees there's a party going on. He's like, of course, yes. Gets me fucked up.
Okay. All right, cool.
Now, did they get anything done, Daniel?
As far as I understand, that's not Daniel's voice.
We talked to God.
They did talk to a god.
Which one?
Nice God.
Arathis?
Alyssa's god.
Tinkering god. Yeah. City god.
He's not even a paladin.
City gods make do.
Shut up, Sticks.
City gods make do.
You feel
What you just said.
oh boy.
God! City God!
Really, I had like important stuff to tell them and everything. Now they're just gonna get all of it in the morning when they're hungover.
Yes.
Oh, no, we have important stuff to tell you, too.
You're far enough away that you can't hear.
All of the virtue.
Oh, with a perception of 30.
Yeah.
Who wants to not be hungover tomorrow, but you're not going to get to go to sleep drunk?
What the fuck did you just say? I want to be drunk, but I do not want to hurt tomorrow.
I'm going to do it now. I'm not doing it when I go to bed.
No.
Anybody? Any takers on not being hungover tomorrow?
Talon will be like, hangovers are the worst part.
Lesser restoration.
Hey, Mom.
It was fun to see you when you were fun and loose and dancing.
See, like her hair has been down for the first time and for like the entire time you met her. Then she like literally did like the Daisy Duke like tie off thing while she was dancing. She immediately, oh no.
Lesser restoration on Cadrian.
It's already out. Have fun, Mom.
It was a wonderful time. Your friends are great at parties.
Yes, they are.
Lesser restoration.
It's not the most fun to jump in when it's been going on for the most time. So I'm sorry I wasn't a part of it.
Drink.
I already got one.
That's a coffee.
I got some Wilk if you want it in your coffee.
No. Sure.
She's going to walk over, grab a whiskey into your coffee. There.
Thank you.
Waffy.
Waffy?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they're having fun. There's a lot to do tomorrow.
All right. Well, I am. How do I put it? It was a wonderful time. I need to go heal my ego, so I'm going to go to sleep.
What's wrong with your ego?
Good night. She will
Good night, mother.
run up the stairs.
Oh, boy. I'm glad at least somebody had an enjoyable time. I mean, I guess the conversations I just had were pretty funny.
Saffron will pop into Sahil's ear and be like, so, yeah, hey, boss. I've been here basically the whole time. And I was wondering why you stopped the fun.
What do you mean?
You stopped the fun. You let restoration. You did your magic thingy.
Do you know about hangovers? Have you ever had one of those?
I hang over a lot of things.
Okay, so alcohol is a poison for fleshies.
Mm-hmm.
If they wake up after having too much alcohol, they feel like they're poisoned and they want to die. So I let them have all the fun parts, and then they go to sleep, and they wake up without feeling like they're poisoned.
Right, yeah, I get that. That's why I'm saying you took away the fun. The fun is the next day.
You are mentally unwell.
You have a problem. Got
Is
it.
one of my favorite things to watch in a bar is watch people regret.
I will point out to you, I have not helped Styx.
I told you not to. I'm coming down on my own.
But see, that would be the ultimate prank.
I dropped the sword again, and I missed this time. Damn it!
Who needs toes?
I could take
Adrian will cast invisibility on the sword. Or, sorry, Saffron will cast invisibility on the sword.
Good one.
Sael, where'd my sword go?
Hold on, let me feel for it. Oh, mage, hand it over to me.
Where is it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna mage hand grab a butter knife and fly it in front of Styx' face. It's like, oh, Styx, look, there it goes.
She polymorphed it into a butter knife.
There
That's
goes
how that
Styx.
spell works.
I'm gonna grab it, and I'm gonna try and drop it on the coin. I think I missed. 13.
It's the AC of 10.
Oh, yeah, I hit it this time.
Well, no, it hits, but it's not sharp, so
Yeah, it just bounces.
off.
I hit it. You saw it.
Good job, Styx.
All right. I'm gonna put it in my sheath.
Okay.
It clatters down to the bottom.
Oh, that's gone.
I'm wielding it invisibly right now. Can I pick it up? Like, is this wieldable by me?
That it's actually. Can you pick it up? 100%. It is insanely heavy though, and you have no idea how Styx has been swinging this thing around.
You see, so I was like, yeah.
What are you dragging?
No.
What are you dragging?
A butter knife.
Crazy.
Well, that's not a very effective weapon. Here, take this. I'm gonna take the butter knife out.
Thank you.
Ow! I need that.
You earned it.
How did that not kill her?
No.
Oh,
I'm not strong enough to do that.
No, this is a deception check against Styx.
passive perception of 26.
Deception.
Insight.
Insight 21. So it might fail.
You have disadvantage on insight right now.
Passive.
-5 because you would have disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh.
Same way your passive perception goes up because you have advantage.
Nope. Bobbada boop. E.
Boop.
22.
Nope. You fail.
You killed her!
Why did you give me your butter?
I'm gonna go drop down. I'm gonna,
Oh, Styx. Why did you kill Saffron?
I'm gonna go and
again?
find her remains.
You find a little, like the last time she died, she basically turned into dust. So you think that's just how pixies die?
I'm gonna start
You find a
scraping the
little-
dust on the floor.
I was going to say, you find a little dust bunny in the corner.
Saffron, no!
Oh, Saffron, I hated you
True
so
resurrection,
much.
true
You didn't
resurrection.
deserve this.
Revivify, Sticks! Revivify!
I can't.
What do you mean you can? You can!
She's dead.
That's how it works! Revivify her!
How long
I'm gonna
has this
drop the
been-
dust buddy. Oh no.
How long have they been doing this, Daniel?
I'm sorry. I couldn't save her, Sayu.
You weren't even gone that long. That's the crazy
No,
thing.
that's why I'm
You were gone like
an
what, an hour and a half?
Yeah,
Disadvantage
that's
on
why I'm really concerned. They had,
Yeah,
they had
so
just sat down
they
for
talked-
drinks.
Yeah, I know. They talked with God.
Yeah.
They sat down. They did some planning, I suppose. They like talking about the virtues and like which ones they may or may not want to get. Sayil, like very oddly enough, was like very encyclopedic on it. And then, I don't know which one of them brought it up. I was a little busy at the time, but I came back and I'm pretty sure they. He's gonna whisper in your ear something about butt chugging.
Oh no.
Hey, that was a secret.
And then like
Cloaca clowning?
something about a cloaca shakedown.
God, they put it down in the cloaca again. God damn it. We're not
This
supposed
is above
we're not
table. This is
supposed-
bullshit.
We're not supposed to do that in a public space, Sticks. God
No.
damn it.
They went to a room. They went to a room.
It's still we're still on. Like,
Wait,
oh my
wait.
God.
What is your passive?
Which bottles did they use?
Oh fuck.
Oh no!
So
I think we need to get rid of all the alcohol.
You're gonna see me cast guidance on the dust bunny and be like, "Oh no, I couldn't save her," and then I drop it and then I walk away.
Oh, man. Daniel,
Who's talking about that?
Daniel,
Who did it?
despite the bravery you shown earlier,
Sticks,
it
why
might
do you hate?
this might be the
Why did
pinnacle
you
of
hate
bravery I've seen
Saffron?
from you.
No, I didn't hate her. I just
Saying
disliked her
and
most of
watching
the
this
time.
the whole time.
Why did you hate me, Sticks?
Don't you have somebody that you should
Kill him before it knows you're
spending time
lying.
with instead, though?
Oh, she's right there.
She is. Isn't she? She passed out.
Yeah, you get the idea. Like when she's not working, she just hangs out with Daniel and Leonard.
Oh, she's right there, isn't she?
Yeah, so she's just like draped over Leonard. You see Leonard raises a paw.
So this is the spending time. That's lovely. I love that for you.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
I wonder about it every day.
I mean, waking her up would definitely be the worst option.
It would be. I'll probably just wind up carrying her to bed later.
That's. I heard you're good at that.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
At that point, he was like, Sticks. Why would you let me die like that, Sticks?
I know this is you, Sayo. Don't mess with me.
I'm not doing anything.
What do you mean?
You killed Saffron.
Saffron,
I didn't throw the sword.
I got an idea.
You took my sword.
You
Great.
gave me the executioner butter knife.
Why did you throw it at her?
And I like
burned
parade
me.
Saffron's limp body.
I'm gonna make a con saving
front of
throw.
Sticks in the
That's an
mage
20.
hand.
You would have to go
Damn it.
pick up the dust bunny that they were talking
Yeah,
about.
I'll do that.
She will invisibly start making it shake like she is talking. Sticks. You watch it bounce and move.
So I took a con saving throw at disadvantage. I rolled a 20 and an 18. I'm trying to shake off the drunkenness now because I'm like, fucking Jesus. Okay, Sayo, really, it's not funny. It's not funny.
But she's gone.
I'm pretty sure you would be a lot more distraught if she was actually gone. What did you do with her?
Yeah, I was upset at you for not fixing her. Now fix her.
Attack roll at disadvantage. I'm just unarmed. I'm trying to swat at her. Well, that's a nat one.
I'm parading the dust bunny in front of you with a mage hand, and she's going, Sticks, you let me die.
Okay, well, I swatted the dust bunny, and then it doesn't.
Then you also missed the dust bunny.
It's a nat one.
You
Wait, can I do 2?
2 nat ones. Come on, baby.
Whoa.
5.
1 and a 5. Okay.
you swat at the dust bunny and it erupts in like a and water into your face. Reappearing. Oh, I'm fixed. Thanks, Sticks. You really fucking cared.
I tried to save you.
You casted the wrong spell, Sticks.
What?
You didn't try to save her. You casted guidance.
I'm gonna fucking remember that.
I was drunk. I am drunk.
Lesser restoration.
Sticks. You're an
April
idiot.
Fools? What's that from?
We don't even have an April.
Tomorrow's Day Fools?
Sticks. Go to bed.
No.
All right. All jokes aside, and I can't believe I'm the one that's going to say this. They did get to like importance that you should all probably talk end of the world and all that, and I'm going to go drink. So later.
Are we done?
You ruined my vibe. So
Okay.
are we talking about important stuff now?
Do we need to, or are we going to bed?
I think we fill above table. We fill each other in on the conversations we had and each other's absences, and we go the fuck to bed.
Yeah.
Long rest.
Easy peasy.
All right. Well, with that, as you guys all go to bed, fill each other in on the discussion like virtues, who has them, which ones you want, what you spoke with Aglar and all that kind of stuff. Next session, we will do some vignettes on like the more pertinent things, but I'm going to say above table the monotonous work that you want to get done, right? So the
Glyphs.
glyphs, they get done by the end of the week. The items, they get done by the end of the week, right?
Trap.
The trap is set for tomorrow. We're probably going to play through that one next session, but it will be a truncated version of it.
Do you need my help for anything?
Yeah, that'll be next session. Kind of thing.
I think he's asking for that. For like what the week plan is.
Oh, no, mine. I'm actually going to be trying to create a virtue. So I think that that's something that it's not just going to be like, oh, yeah, you did it. Have a virtue. It's going to.
All right. Well, we already ran a little bit over. So if you'd like, go and write to me what you actually want to do and how you plan on accomplishing that with Styx's skill sets.
Okay.
Right. Yep. Above table. Judge Asperia will be back at the end of the week, and she will want to speak with you guys at some point in time.
Okay.
So the beginning of week 3 is when she will return.
One more week.
Tiana has somebody to add to your guys' hit list at some point in time. Will show up at the Pride's Call to speak with you about it.
Okay.
Well, I guess that kind of solved itself in a way.
Yeah, she was trying to
Kill Nordal.
kill Nordal, and he managed to get away again.
Of course.
So,
So just like Nordal.
yeah.
Well, yes, but probably an accessory.
We have the Rasnal cult that we need to do.
Mother Morose.
Mother Morose.
That's
You're going to do that first thing.
Man, we had a great combat, a ton of RP. We did not get any of the shit done that we were supposed to.
nope.
So, do not be surprised, and this goes to you two viewers, if next session is just like, all right, we buckle the fuck in and we get some of this shit done because we are on a real life time clock, unfortunately.
It's called locking in.
Yeah, we need to lock in.
4 more sessions.
3.
We're not.
I'm out the
playing
18th.
My understanding is 6. There we go.
2 per day.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
Sessions.
yeah. With that, as the end comes near, and you guys have quite possibly your last night joking around and gallivanting as a group, we'll call the session there. Love you guys very much. Thank you. Thank you to all my players for indulging me thus far.
Thus far, you say 3 years later.
And yeah, we'll see you next time. We love you.
The shit's about to hit the proverbial fan.
I'll always indulge in you, big boy.